everybody, this is Fools and Corpses, Bluesky Backwater. It's our second episode. We are, if you remember correctly, at the end of the last session, our heroes?
Sure.
Our
Hey,
party,
Calm down with that. Some
Okay.
of us aren't people.
our
Jesus.
entities
There you go.
Hey everybody, I'm just going to be honest with you, the intro to this session is hot garbage, so I'm going to read you in right now. Fink, a gangster, has sent the party to attempt to retrieve a package off of Marshall Express. The party in the last session successfully boarded this train and was able to locate the package. Unfortunately, between the package and themselves is a car full of no fewer than 24 guards.
So you three are all on top of the train car right now, right?
Our three guys, Jimmy, Cornelius, and Samson are all on top of the car running, while Jenny is trying to hold the line and draw most of the fire. So,
and I think Cornelius and then Jimmy and Samson are in that order as
On
they
top of the
climbed
car,
on top of the
yes,
car.
yeah,
So I'm probably farther toward the other side.
Yeah. This little scurrying dude. All right. So they're gonna open fire, and you all can do what you like about
All right.
that.
We didn't have a official initiation of a real time scenario.
But this is a real time.
Okay, I'm just wondering
yeah.
how many energy I might have spent, or if
Same.
we have just begun.
Everybody has 0 energy, or not 0. Everyone has 3 energy.
Okay.
Has he spent 0 energy
Those are
because it is not like the real time scenario is just a measurement of time.
Yeah.
And so we're just measuring the next step of time, and you can do
Okay.
your 3 energy in that
Perfect.
step of time.
So they're shooting at us.
Yes.
And we're on top of the
Yeah.
train car.
Mhm.
I'm going to yell to Cornelius because I'm very invested in his survival. Run! And then I am going to turn to the side. So on the train car,
Mhm.
instead of walking right down the center, I'm going to turn to the side and stand on the edge, pull out my shotgun, and start walking sideways and just blasting my shotgun down through the roof.
Okay. Okay.
I love it.
All right. So, since it's been stated that the assault force, or the guard force rather, is opening fire, that counts as a reaction.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll against the DC for that. What else is anyone else reacting? I imagine everyone is doing something.
I'm just going to continue doing what I was already doing,
running,
which is
yes,
running
sprinting,
down
yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to get off of this death trap
Okay.
and onto the other side quickly.
Okay. So we
So
got 2 sprints.
dodging and sprinting, like just
Okay,
erratic.
Are we? How many energy?
I have very little to add to any sort of check for this.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna not and save my energy.
Okay.
I mean, like I'm still running.
Yeah.
But I don't have any dodging
Yeah.
ability.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll just.
Can we add energy to make our dodge more effective?
Yeah, sure.
How does that work?
If you would add energy, then you will be getting some additional mod from that. It's probably roughly around 4 in the game in this case.
Is there a limit to how much? Can you use 2? Can you use 3?
You can use as much as you like.
Okay.
But then for the rest of the round, as these guys act 3 times, you will not get any.
Right. That is
Further
the
action.
strategy.
I'm just gonna rely on being small and wearing tactical armor.
Great.
So what am I rolling to react to?
To them opening fire in the car. So you hear them starting
Okay.
to fire.
So
and-
as far as all the things I laid out, where I'm basically
Yeah.
just yelling and then I'm just turning to the side to dodge
Mhm.
and then shoot downwards.
Yeah. So that would either you would want to do that as a reaction, and try to do it very quickly as you move. If it's a reaction, that's what
Yeah,
it's gonna
that's
be.
what, yeah, it's just like,
But that means that it has to end before their action ends, or it concurrently when their action ends. So if you want to like keep doing this after they have finished their first volley, then you would just act after them.
Okay.
Which is fine.
does it make sense to use 1 energy on this? The thing, like I'm basically returning fire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's up to you. You would get additional mod. It is harder to react. There will be an increased DC.
There is an increased DC if I use.
If you want to expend more energy, it might offset how difficult your task is.
Yeah,
But if you don't, you'll have more energy.
How difficult do I think this task is?
not terribly.
Okay,
but
that's
I
where I
mean,
was just kind of like,
Yeah, but
I just
there's-
have no idea. With
like
this
you're
character.
gonna be able to do this fairly simply because you're not actually shooting at anything. You're
Yeah, you're
shooting
just aiming
Yeah,
at
down.
the floor.
I know
right?
there's a
Like,
car
yeah.
full of guys,
Yeah,
so
she's hoping to hit.
and I'm also like hoping, like, well, if they see bullets coming down,
Mm.
they may try and move,
Yeah.
or be just not just shooting up. They might be like, I'm getting shot. I'm gonna
Sure.
move.
Yeah.
Movement instead of shooting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, can I do? I don't know how this works, so tell me if this is a thing. If you want to like try to make it across, but shoot while you go real quick, is that
That increases
would-
DC.
I would
Yeah.
be rolling 2 different things. So if I would be adding things that would help me with shooting but not help with dodging, do I roll twice?
No, you only ever roll once.
Okay.
And DC just increases according to the 2 things you're trying to do, and then you add everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can still add mod for the total roll, and that's not
That's fine.
cheating. That it's like,
No,
oh,
no.
these things shouldn't help that task.
No, it's fine.
okay. It's
Yeah.
all one unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I think I'll try to pick up on his idea then as I run across and just like, with that can't let it go mindset. Yep, just like fan the hammer into the car as we run across because
Cool.
it hurts not to do that. It feels like such a good play. I love it.
So for this particular thing,
Hmm.
I'm kind of curious what I can add. So my blue collar, does that help me at all in this situation?
No, I'm gonna say no.
It does not.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So does that help me in any combat scenarios?
Possibly,
kind of-
but I would think it's more like a melee thing.
Gotcha. So
yeah.
I was thinking that might apply to like the shotgun
Mm.
situations.
Nah. I think that it's more of a melee thing. You get into bar brawls and stuff.
would you say
And you're
Okay.
You're strong from your physical location.
Gotcha.
But you probably don't shoot people at work very often.
That is true. I just have bar brawlers supposed to
Sure,
help me
yeah,
with that
yeah.
with the shotgun thing.
Your bar brawler is supposed to help you with a shotgun?
that makes
Why
sense
would
to
it?
me.
But it does. Why?
Kind
It's
of.
like
I mean,
close quarter combat, like punching.
depending on the type of bar.
Like
Yeah.
it's like I have a sawed off shotgun.
That's
So,
soft,
yeah.
soft like biker bar.
So I
Yeah,
can see
like
them
a bar.
playing half because of like close quarters behavior, but like
Okay.
handling
So you're not
firearms is not part of being.
Okay.
You
So
get
I
picked
feel
up
so
rat,
maybe
or
I should change this word, but this is what
running
it's kind of like. I'm building my character saying I think this would apply, and so I'm just kind of you see what I'm saying.
So like anything that is going to help you with.
So if I just said brawler, would that help me or no?
no, like
It's
brawling
only-
is a hand-to-hand combat behavior. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
This
feel
is just a terminology issue here. If you
yes,
just
exactly. And that's
fighter.
yes, that's basically where I'm like, well, I built this specifically to use for that, so now that doesn't work. You see what I'm
So,
saying?
yeah.
You don't think
The most useful tool in this game is a thesaurus.
Yeah.
I have a word in my head. Let's find another word that means the same thing, but
Which I did look
wider.
up this
Yeah.
morning to kind of rebuild this, and I was like, "You're saying it doesn't apply." And I'm like, "Well, I would like a word that does apply to this for this to work." But okay, I will not add any of those things. So I will just because at that point I just have
I think you get son of a gun. I think you get half of bar brawler, like I said. I think that you get all of your gun itself.
Yeah.
And I think that
Maybe
Yeah,
I need a
yeah,
gun
I think-
roll? Okay, that's it.
so.
that's definitely how statistics works.
stuff.
All right, so you're running. So you have to just roll to, or are you even intending to be active? You're just moving.
I'm just getting to the other side
Okay.
and being small.
Okay.
This is your fault.
Yes, it is.
Objective.
All right. So roll to.
Not fall off the train,
What's a 9?
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
not as
So what is?
So I'm taking fire, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to just stay there and shield and like
Mhm.
absorb it. And I think I remember at the end of last session, I had already like invoked hold the line,
Yeah.
like sort of preemptively for when the damage came, and now it's coming. But I don't remember what I rolled.
Oh.
I
Well-
recall the number 9, and I don't know why.
Okay,
So it might have been 9.
we could say it was 9, or I could like roll it again.
Wow.
Yeah. Roll it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Do you think
Never gonna happen
that
again.
would
I got a
apply
20.
at all to running
Woo!
from an outnumbered force, getting shot at?
Would what apply to that?
Slum rat?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Running, trying to get away.
Yeah, like oh man, like this, I got in over my head. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah,
running
yeah.
across the rooftop. You know, it feels right to me in a way.
Okay. So here's the question. This is the check.
Yeah.
But then there's also going to be some damage reduction.
Yeah.
So I have to figure out what to add to either or both.
So yeah, just
So for this,
So this, I would say,
I rolled a
is a
minus
form
five.
of damage reduction on its own.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so go for that.
So I rolled a minus
Force
5.
is gonna roll right now
I'm adding hold the line.
because they're split up between two
This is
targets.
literally what
We're
you
gonna
and
call
Yes.
it.
perfect going for.
Yep.
It's not a better.
Okay.
I'm rolling combat. I'm adding combat training. I'm adding crowd control. I'm gonna add built like a tank.
Yep.
I'm gonna add scrappy street kid. I got lots of fist fights and had to get tough. Learn how to take
Take the one from
take
it.
some pain.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do I add my modifiers for my armor and my shield to this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're doing this kind of like this thing that we actually haven't seen before in Fools and Corpses, where you're doing a like dynamic defense. You're like knuckling under and just taking a whole bunch of shots to this
Yep.
front of the shield. Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
All right. So you rolled a 12 total.
Yep.
Great. What did you get?
Plus 13.
Plus 13.
I got a 20.
Fantastic.
3?
3. Okay.
Just like
Oh, Cornelius.
If you want to help me add any of my mods to run across the top of a train,
Yeah.
I mean, fervent,
Yeah.
what? The...
You fervently want to stay on top of
pinpoint
this train.
precision,
No.
timely insight
No.
to put myself in a place where bullets won't be based upon where I saw the people in the train and who they're firing.
Make a real-time character choice that causes one of those things to apply.
I kind of can't.
Yes, you can.
fall
You can-
off the
you can
train.
inner
and we
monologue
can
and
catch you later.
This is the most important thing I've ever done. Oh my god! And now you're fervent.
3.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna stick with the 3.
Yeah.
All right. So
Got a real rules lawyer over here.
yeah. So
Has Fervent helped you so
I
far?
mean, it's kind of a charisma skill, so we
There we
haven't
go.
done
Oh,
any
okay.
of
yeah,
that.
really.
I have a bunch of that.
Yes.
So I would say that you are firing down into this thing, and you make really good time. You're just like pumping this gun, and you're go, and you even hear some sounds in some of these blasts that make you think you've hit something. It's hard to say because there's bullets flying everywhere, and you can't see your target, but you just. You, on the other hand, are having a much harder time. You're running, and you run to the other side, and you make it just fine. There are bullets whizzing, but you don't know if you've hit anything. You're kind of like let the gun lisp off so
Yeah,
that you can
just-
make it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. What did you roll?
12.
12, and then you were 3.
3.
All right.
Amble across.
So it's just kind of like,
Casually.
okay, here we go. So.
Did you? That's too late. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay.
I
So.
meant to put 2 energy on it. But
Yeah.
it's fine.
Oh well, no, I can. You're fine. It's just so long as you mark them off. Yeah.
Okay.
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 So that
That's
means
okay.
that you do feel like you hit something.
Very gracious.
You went up from 13 to 18, or 13 to 17.
17.
Yeah. So, so you are, you two. The bullets start flying up, and they are all kind of shooting wide. They don't really know where they're aiming.
Okay.
And you do all right staying out of the firing line because they assume that you're just sprinting down the middle. And
Right.
you aren't. You're like on the other sides, and you're shooting inward, right? So you do all right. All these bullets are
It's a good
flying
thing none of us decided to sprint down the middle.
up. Well, that's where that 3 came out. Cornelius. Yeah.
Reduced.
Oh yeah, you do.
15.
Yeah, 15.
15.
All right.
Alright.
So Cornelius,
Plus 3.
you feel some like as you're running, you feel some sharp pain, and then your animal instincts kick in, and you stop feeling the pain, but you do get hit a couple of times.
Okay, great.
And you're gonna take 10 damage.
Oof.
On
Okay.
this. Yeah.
So for damage reduction,
Yeah.
I have armor,
Yes.
and I'm being hit a couple of times.
Yeah.
Is this like each bullet is reduced by 3, or is this the entire 10 is reduced by 3?
I'd say the entire 10 is reduced
Okay,
by 3.
so 7
So you're at
damage.
7 damage.
Sounds
You
like
take
a wound.
that is a bullet wound, gunshot wound,
Where is it?
GSW. It came up and hit you in the thigh. like during mid stride, it comes up
Okay.
and like.
Not good. Major
5
arteries in there.
wound.
I mean, on humans at least.
I would rather him be
don't have
than lose his arm. Yeah. You can put him on you.
Yeah.
And then we can still move it.
You can bleed all over me.
Okay. And that's two ranks. 2 ranks on the thigh
That's
wound.
the dream.
Two ranks on the thigh wound.
Yeah, you divide
Is that
by.
like 7?
Yeah, you divide by 2. Yeah, and oh wait, no, you divide by 3.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
So
yeah.
2.
2
The
points.
2 point some number, and you get rid of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, so yeah, you take 2 ranks in that wound. Okay, so now we are to you. So you rolled a 15, which I'm just saying at this point is your damage reduction
Okay.
because it, because you are actively defending, and so they all
That's cool.
level down on you, and there's just this volley of bullets that come in, and you hunker down and get real low under that shield. And you feel it, hit, pressing your arm into your chest, and you start to get these, little flashbacks of, some bad stuff you've been through, and it's boom, 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 all around you, but you, hold it there, and, some bullets are going over your head, but you are ready for
The
this.
Vietnam and the
This
choppers.
is, this is what's, happening.
The riot is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's probably why we're not all 3 dead.
You just go.
So many people are shooting with it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like
Here we are!
the smell,
This is
and
where I
sound.
belong.
Can
Yeah.
finally relax.
Yep.
There's a
Ooh,
baby
what
crying
are
in
they
the
saying
background.
themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like the riots.
Yeah, so everything is... It's just like I remember. Alright, so,
Horrible.
So you are holding this back, and you're able to reduce that damage right on down to 0. You don't take any damage. Yeah. So Cornelius is the only one who took significant damage.
Yes.
You guys feel like you hit something, but it is hard to say. Don't look at my DM screen here. We're all a little tight. But yeah.
I can't see it.
He has a screen.
Here's Alex. We'll wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like we're at a big poker table.
Pretty sure that's how sunglasses work.
Yeah.
They prevent you from any periphery.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you put on sunglasses, sometimes you can't
Polarized?
see
Yeah.
the screens because of the polarization thing.
Have you ever worn sunglasses before? What are you talking
Occasionally.
about?
I don't normally inside.
Well, I've
And the,
never attempted to look at a screen.
They make it a lot harder. They make it.
Okay.
It just
Something you have to
amplifies
do
how
with your head.
dark it is. Basically, it makes it have a weird shimmer to where you need to jack up the brightness a
I
lot.
keep looking at a screen. I'm not actually looking at it now. I'm like, if you look at a screen with them on, it's if you ever hold up to.
So
I'm just waiting for you.
No, it's all right. Okay, no, we can keep moving. So, the next thing that happens, the next thing that anybody experiences is you become peripherally aware of something happening behind you.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
I don't like that.
Please no.
You are having trouble because you're taking this volley of bullets and you
Yeah.
you can't really get a sense of it. But it isn't until the light changes behind you that you really notice that
They
something's
did have a
happening.
problem with the lights.
I was going to say it's the most of the border.
Is it our big captain guy?
No. So the light
He's
changes
also-
behind you, and it gets brighter behind you. And so you look back and you see the car that was connected to the car you're standing in front of, receding into the distance along the tracks. And
Cut loose.
you see some motion off to your right, and a man in a beat up suit, like business suit, is climbing up the ladder to get up on top of the train.
Of the one that's falling away.
No, of yours, the one where you guys are.
So following us.
Yeah,
Okay.
following you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
so he made it on to
yeah,
behind her
yeah.
before it
Yeah.
got. Okay.
Well, anyway.
Can I react to this?
Yes, you can react to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to punch him and I want to tase him so that he lets go and falls off.
All right.
over
So
here.
to be clear, that would move your shield from the door.
I'm hoping that I can immediately after resume my position with
Okay.
another
Are
energy.
these all happening at once? Like, are you actively taking fire, and then if you do this as a reaction, you'll suddenly take damage?
I mean, I assume that
Whatever.
in the fantasy of turn-based combat,
Yeah.
I can sort of have
Find
a
him
pause.
Yeah. Try to. Yeah. So you turn
Yeah.
to grab him. So give me a roll to
I
like.
want to punch.
Oh, you
want
want to punch him?
and
Okay. Yeah.
tase him.
Yeah.
Punch
I want
him.
to deal damage and make him
Okay, yeah,
shot and
nice.
fall off. and
So
eat
the
dirt.
last person we knew of in a beat up suit
Yeah.
was our employer.
Yes.
And does this guy look like our
Oh
employer?
yeah, do I recognize him?
Well, you don't recognize him yet. You can only see his body.
Okay.
His
Well,
face is not facing.
He's
A
getting tasted.
different suit at least.
Yes. Yeah. Not the same. It's not your employer. Just like, well, wow! You just rabbit punch him. Get him off that
That's a fair point. If I do I have time to just try and get a look at his face before I punch him, just in case?
Not if you're doing it as a reaction.
I mean, just Jenny would punch. I mean,
Talk with your fists.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4, adding Scrappy Street Kid, adding Built Like a Tank,
Yeah.
adding my combat training,
Yeah.
talk with my fists, and my knuckles. So that's 6, 7, 8, 10, 19.
Yeah. So you reach up and you just like pop him right in the kidney. Right? He goes, ah! And he falls down and he like lands on the platform next to you.
And he's tased.
And he's
so-
tased a little bit, and you recognize the face of that rat bastard, Jax Throckmorton. Jax
Oh, no.
Throckmorton is, let me pull him up. Jax Throckmorton, he's a sleazy, skeezy ex-corpo shill that fell to Gallant 3 not long before you did. You've never liked Jax, and I mean this for everybody. You all know Jax, and nobody likes him. Though his phony smiles and throaty laughs have certainly made their best attempt to persuade you otherwise. He wears a worn-out suit, doesn't pay for enough of his own drinks, and for the life of you, you can't figure out why he's still here.
So you made the right choice, is
Yeah.
what he's saying.
He's a crook just like you, except he doesn't run with a crew. That isn't to say that he's alone. He may be a right tosser, but he's smart enough to know when the job is too big for him to do on his own. Who knows who he's got waiting in the wings on this. So, so it's this character that you have had a run-in with before. And he's tased and kind of foaming at the mouth.
Okay, yeah, and I think we said that the tase lasts for like 5-ish seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
It's like a whole
incapacitated
round.
for and we've got like short distance comms to talk to each other, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Will
yeah,
it cost an energy if I just tell these
No,
guys?
you can yell to them. It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I yell, that Jax guy is here. I tased him, but he's gonna try to come up after you.
You just hear,
Jax!
Maybe he wants to help.
What? Maybe he wants to help.
It's like,
Yeah.
maybe now I think that's my reply. It's like, maybe we should consider an alliance
Maybe
for the next hour?
maybe kill all these guards first and then decide what we're doing next. Can I immediately use my second energy point to hold the line again?
So yeah, you
Just
can
turn my back on
you
him.
can run another energy to. Well, you ran an energy to hit him. Oh, you were set. Okay, yeah, you were set up.
Yep.
You hit him with one energy,
Yep.
and now you're going back. Yes, yeah. Go
Oh,
for
because
it.
you were set up when
Yes.
the thing initiated.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I would say
Very cool.
that you don't even need to roll for this.
Okay.
You expend the energy, but you like slam back into place.
Well, I rolled better this time.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Whoa!
maybe you're like hunkered down a little.
I don't know that you're going to get.
Total of 20.
Okay, that's great. You slam back into place. Like I don't know how much better it could go.
It-
like it's like, what are you gonna do?
This is the one thing I do.
Give her the big number.
Yeah.
This is
Let's have the
20.
big-
Seals it so they can't breathe.
So, what I want to see your riot shield get like augmented with is like feet that can be deployed,
Yeah.
like that,
Oh,
like
It's
just
got
whatever it is.
there's like
Like it gets wings that like go out.
the
Get
current
lighter.
reinforcements that I have in my head is the edges are sharpened so I can use it to like slice things.
Yeah.
It's got spikes on it. It's like extra sturdy, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's also a little LED screen that can project like a text image. And
Yeah.
On default, it just says "Return to your homes."
Return to your home. So, like that's pretty great. That's awesome.
And you don't know how to change it.
Yes.
Great
Yeah.
couch line.
I've been trying to get Cornelius to help me change this, and I just had to.
I do love the
It's been 1 year and we still haven't figured it out.
Set it and just go like
Yeah.
pulse for a second, you know?
Oh,
when it's up here.
+3
Yeah.
for intimidation check when holding the shield.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Big ol' honking.
And
Like,
you probably reach to the other side.
yes. So you reach to the other side,
What do I
and
see?
you're bleeding everywhere.
Return to
But you're looking down, and it's just a junction, and there's the armored car in front of you. This one is not aftermarket armored. This is armored.
Okay.
Like it's got a door on it that has like no exterior locking mechanism. So like it has to be like as a key card or something. You don't know what. And like you don't see any of the rivets and stuff for the armor plating, but you know it's there.
Yeah.
Because like they did it right. Like this is a really armored card. So yeah, so you look at that and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. And there's also just a junction box there that is like holding. It's where the cars connect, right? A connector. And then there's the door that's like on the car that you're standing on, and it's just a door.
Okay, and then the door of the next car.
Yeah.
Is it a door or is it like a does it have a similar handle mechanism?
No, the door of the next car is like it has a handle on it, but you don't see any locking mechanism on the handle, so you know that like it is controlled some other way.
Sure.
Right.
Okay. And then ladders up on top of it. Other areas.
There's a ladder up on top, just like all of them. I think that there's some sort of regulation about that. You have to do that, but you can look over onto the roof of the other car, and there are no air vents or anything. It's just like
my first and foremost desire is to not be on this car anymore.
Yes.
So I would
Good
like
desire.
to climb down and back up on I fervently
Yeah.
to not be on
So you're gonna climb down the next one, or you're gonna try to jump it.
You know,
Do we need to help you? Since
jumping went really poorly last time.
Yeah.
Being thrown.
You could like
I have little to add.
see if you've got like a rope, just as a safety tie.
Then I have to like
Lasso.
can I just climb down the ladder and
Sure,
back
you
up
can
and-
do whatever you want.
Like,
Like
I think that's the safest option
Yeah.
for
I think that's also this
Uh,
option.
yeah.
Especially with a severed femoral artery.
Yes, which clearly that's what I have.
oh.
My thigh wound. Yeah, I will climb down the ladder
There's one more round.
in a
Okay.
quick yet orderly fashion.
Okay, great. So this is just movement. I'm gonna say that with an energy you
Okay.
can do this.
I go.
I feel like
Yeah.
Cornelius handles this whole situation like a kid doing like a fire drill at school.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good-
proceed. We're like, just nice and safe. Everyone stay safe.
You gotta go real careful. So you're able to get onto the other car pretty easily.
And I'm just gonna post it with my.
Yeah, so you're looking down at the door.
Yes.
Speaking of the door,
Oh,
I will load in a paralytic dart.
great. It's a good move.
You have
So-
any gas bombs of this stuff?
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Just darts today.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
just starts today.
Maybe we'll do some figure eight between
Yeah.
this and the next
how can it
job, but for now,
Went off into the sunset if you have to disconnect this
if
car.
we have to just let you
I mean, you still have your dusters as well.
Yeah.
That's
You can
true.
call up your bike.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
okay.
Mm.
Speaking of the door,
All right. So speaking of the door, you post up and look at the door, and it isn't long before that door, like, the handle moves and opens, and like fully 3 guards are like crowding through that door
although
to get through.
I
Oh
would
my
love to
goodness.
place a paralytic dart in the first one, so he gets in the way.
Yes.
Can I
so,
react to that opening?
You heard it, but you are not. You're still on the roof of the car that they're coming out of. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the cars are relatively close, right?
Oh,
I can
yeah.
feasibly make a move
It's-
and get there.
It's several feet, but you'd have to jump. Like you're gonna go down the ladder to where these guys are, and then up the other ladder, like Cornelius did.
How would I go up the other ladder? Because they're. Hang on. Is it like they're at the door here, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be down and over. It wouldn't be up another ladder, would it? Or
No, what I'm
Help me,
saying
help me.
is that so
I'm
here are
here.
the doors. You're on this one. They're coming out of this door,
wait a minute.
and then this is the armored car, and
They're
this is
coming out
where
of the car
Cornelius
wall.
is.
So my brain, the train's going this way. So
Yes.
it's just everything wrong. So this
No,
is
that's I
They're
just
trying
described
to get out of the car that you're currently on top of. Is
yes, that's what I'm saying.
not the new car.
Not the new car.
Right.
and that's why I had said that, like that door, the far door on the car that's got all the guards in it,
We need
to
to
be
close
dealt with,
that.
or else my
Yeah.
job is.
I thought they were coming out of the new car.
No.
I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so all I need to do is get to the edge of this
Yeah.
And peek
and
down.
drop down where
Okay.
they are. I don't need to like do anything crazy.
Okay.
So I'm already on the top. I've already run across.
Yeah.
So the whole move is to just go ahead and fall off,
Okay.
like get over the edge, and then try to grab something out of my bag.
You
Okay.
could also just peek down over
And-
the side. And
I'm gonna roll for that.
What is it?
I'm gonna say as like the on and off gang affiliated slum rat,
Yeah.
we've got a pretty decent chance of having something you could tag buildings with,
So just like
spray
paint.
paint type of
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
We wanted spray paint earlier too, so this would be useful.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Good.
I don't
bad.
know what he's doing.
Good bad. Okay.
I know where this
Three
is
to
going.
it.
Oh, damn it! No.
It's like a -6 right there.
Okay.
Oh, purple is.
I'll
bad.
take my 3. How about my slum rat?
Sure, but you're still at less than 0. Right?
You don't have spray paint.
You don't have spray paint.
Alex doesn't have to respond. You just don't have it.
Yeah.
Just shoot him.
A home.
Actually, you could check for hairspray. That's
That's
more likely.
true. Yeah. Let's do it again.
Either way, you can't roll again. Either way, you don't have it.
Just roll for different
It
things.
doesn't
and
matter.
aerosols.
Just keep trying.
I never.
Laser gun.
Spray
Oh.
paint when you have a gun.
Yes.
Shoot him.
Because it's so much easier to blind 3 people with spray paint, and it's funnier.
You
I
can
thought
also
you were gonna do like
shoot
a
him. I'm
flamethrower
saying.
thing.
Unfortunately, no spray paint.
No time to
Yeah.
reload.
No spray paint.
So
It fell out on the roll down, so now I'm just here.
Okay.
That's how that.
Elliot,
So,
so
yeah.
you pull the spray paint out and then drop it over the side so he doesn't have it.
So you have to reload. Is that Is that a thing?
Yeah, he ran down
would
the
imagine.
car fanning the hammer, and so he used all of his bullets
Okay.
to shoot down into the car.
I guess I'm used to a bow and arrow with infinite arrows.
Yeah, it's like it reloads as a matter of course. Yeah.
Now I will be able to, when we get into a situation for my long gun, the lever gun, that'll have 15 rounds instead of 6 and more range.
Yeah.
And you can still fan the hammer
Yeah.
because of the type of long gun I chose.
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
like very inaccurate. Oh, I guess
no,
you're
it's
right.
perfectly accurate. Like
uh,
it's a
so dart
it's
the
14,
neck.
15.
Yes, you can dart the neck, please.
They have no recoil.
That's a 0. 2
Aw.
11s. But I have things to add this time.
Woo!
So
I
pinpoint
got-
precision, right in the vitals. Gun.
Gun. Yes. Okay.
All right. So 6, 9.
9.
9 to hit.
9 to hit. All right. So this guy's coming out. I would say he does not assume that a rat is going to be shooting a dart gun at him. So
Very offensive. But
yeah, but like what their plan. I'm not going to tell you their plan, but it didn't involve you being on that car.
Okay.
So he comes out, and you're able to. So a 9. I would say his armor is like a that, and yeah, you hit him. Yeah. So you hit him, and you hit the paralytic takes him in the shoulder,
Blood vessels.
in the blood vessels. So he takes a paralyzed, and that was like for 3, right?
That's what I wrote down.
All right. So he this is that guy.
Paralyzed is such a strong thing that to save for 3 is kind of a so they can fight back.
Yeah, so basically it is a strong thing, but it does not mean immobile. It's
Okay.
His muscles are seizing a little bit.
and that
He's
means
gotta-
that he's gonna take like 3 ranks against anything he tries to do.
basically anything.
Yeah. Including
Including
speaking.
Yeah.
So also RP checks. It's like,
So he can't yell, "There's a badger with a blow dart."
so the other 2 are surging forward to clear him out of the way. So they kind of shoulder and they try to get past him, but they use the rest of their movement action trying to get past him and post up.
Okay.
So, but now there are 3 guys down there with Alex, and so that's fun for you.
Are there more like trying to push through the door, or could you perhaps slam that door and try and hold it closed?
Let me ask a question here,
Yeah.
actually. This is probably, and I'm fine with whatever answer, it's just probably something good to understand. Since this is a bag that we just have, and it's not like a magical item where we're like seeing if it'll work
Right.
to like summon an item,
Yeah.
does it use my action to roll to see if I have something, or would my character know, yes, I do or do not have spray paint, and so it doesn't use an energy to... You wouldn't be trying to get something you know you don't have.
Oh,
You know
no,
what I
yeah,
mean?
you're right.
So, like, does
No,
that roll
it's
use
the check
my
is
last
about whether
energy?
it is contained in the bag. Yes,
So
it is
do I-
not. It is not. You don't have to use an energy to attempt to get something.
Okay, so I could have one
yeah.
energy left to do something.
Well, your move. You moved.
Does that
You jumped down, and
is that easier energy to fall off?
yes, yeah. especially because you fell, right? Like if you were just walking, sure, but like you spent your time getting your balance back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said fall because I figured it wouldn't use energy as opposed to getting down safely. I was like, just hit the dirt and have energy left, like.
All right.
But,
well,
okay, it's fine. No, it's
yeah.
fine. I'm just
Okay.
communicating for going forward.
All right.
And then down ladder, up ladder. That's an energy.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, no. 'Cause
Ladders are
that was
hard.
my first one.
Yeah.
I have one left.
Yeah. So, that means
As
that
I didn't.
So I was not hit.
you were not hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I am much farther back because I was not running down the side.
Sure.
I was like side shuffling and
Mhm.
shooting down.
You gotta close this door.
So I am going to use 2 energy here and do something a little complicated. Well, maybe I should do one and then the other. I'm going to get to the end of the car. Are they out of the door yet?
Yes, there are 3 guys out of the door.
Okay, gotcha.
One
Well,
of
then
them is
I am.
friendly.
If they're out
Yeah.
of the door,
Yeah.
I'm going to come to the edge of the door and I am going to shotgun them
Okay.
in the back of the head.
All right. Great.
I have an area of effect with that. 'Cause
Sure.
It's a sawed off,
Yeah.
so that should be really easy. I'm like, wow, their
Look
backs
the
are
other way.
literally
Yeah.
turned.
One of them is paralyzed.
Okay.
Cow.
Okay, so
Don't
tell
hit
me
me.
how much I get of these.
Son of a gun deck.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Close quarters combat.
Yep.
And then I am gonna do my shoddy thing
Yeah.
and my
Shoddy?
sawed off shoddy as itself.
So that means that you're at like
Shotty, shotty.
Well, yeah, so I'm at a 12.
yeah.
I interfered with the roll.
Sweet. That is a -2, so I'm at a
Negative an 8.
yes.
No, you're at a 10, right?
10.
-2 minus.
Yeah, 10, yeah, I'm at a
12
10. Yeah,
minus 2.
sorry, I was thinking.
So yeah, you come up on behind them, and they're turning around. They're attempting to turn around. So because like it's part of their plan to turn around, which I'm not telling you what this plan is, but it's part of their plan. And they're turning around and starting to move that way. But as they're turning, you come up behind them and you take a shot down at them. You hit pretty solidly. You hit center of mass of all 3 of them, right? That like just their clump of bodies. So how much damage are you doing? I would say close quarters and the close quarters blast, close quarters combat, and the shotgun matter.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
So yeah, 9
that would be 11.
Oh wait, that'd be 11 damage.
Yep.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, they mitigate through their armor, but you do hit them. Okay, so it's and their armor is like that. So that means that you're at
Yeah, it's shotgun ammo. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's more. It's not like I have armor piercing.
oh yeah,
or something.
and this guy is paralyzed. So so that's gonna matter a little bit. For
So
him.
he did not turn around.
Yeah, he got hit harder. So I'm gonna say that he takes a couple of that. Okay. So
You imagine getting him to throw with the dart and you see a badger and then you just get hit in the back and you're like, I know what you're talking about.
the armored car has a door with a handle and no obvious locking mechanism and no other features.
What is the control? There's some kind of panel.
There was the connector joint between the cars.
between the cars.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yep.
And that's just a mechanical joint. You can just undo that.
I was hoping to jump down, but then they were there, so it's a little late.
Well, you don't necessarily have to jump down immediately because you could peek over the edge of the roof and, if you're trying to get a headshot,
Clean up.
you're hitting them from above.
Oh
right?
yeah, I meant to that's a great idea. The door itself. Which I mean, I guess maybe I'm just so cool. I like reach in there and just use my screwdriver and the door closes.
It's good. I do that. It's like the door closed.
I can't just slowly reaches
With
down
something
the
that screams.
We did say there was some conduit. I wonder if I could just grab it with my
Roll
metal bar and hope it closes the
Anything
door.
up on the roof with me that I could tie a rope to?
The armored car is almost entirely flat.
He's
I mean, it's like it's got the
ladder.
domed top.
The
But yeah,
ladder.
the ladder has you could there are rungs to the
So
ladder.
I
So they're both are.
would like to attempt to have
the,
a rope.
the target car you're going to is like professionally armored, built to be armored.
Right.
The one with all the soldiers in it is retroactively armored. They have
The
reinforced.
nomenclature is confusing me.
Yeah, I know.
It's
What
red.
are we going to call the soldier car?
Yeah,
The soldier car is just the guard car. It's called
Guard car and armor.
armored car.
positive to that.
I just need something.
I rolled a 3, but I added nothing to it, so yes. Okay. So if I'm rolling to attempt to have a rope
Yes.
in my bag,
Yeah.
Should I add anything other than the bag? Like intelligence about what I would bring with me or anything like that?
So I would say for your character specifically, foresight is a big deal.
Yeah.
And so
Robbing a train,
Yeah.
might need to have some rope. Maybe.
That's a pretty.
let me say, okay, so let's just make a ruling right now because this is how I handled it with Alex and how I've handled it historically.
Yeah.
What I do when you roll against your bag is I set the DC for how likely I think it is for your character
Okay, so you
to
would
have
probably
the thing in
set
the
it
bag.
kind of low because
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Because
Okay.
you're like you've got foresight, and also you've got this weird Indiana Jones kick going. With
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
helmet and
I
stuff.
feel like that's something
Yeah.
that he would bring along, thinking that's what adventurers need,
Yes, they need rope.
but not.
Do you have
necessarily-
He has
Like,
rope and a
fingerless
lantern and a bedroll
All that stuff.
Yeah.
and a torch. Yeah, and a tinder box.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Rest my pack. I rolled a 0.
You've rolled a 0 total.
Exactly 0.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, cool. That was the DC. The B0. Right.
Yeah.
So I pull out the rope, tie it to the ladder, and just hurl it off the side so it dangles back.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to get on my radio and say, "Jenny, get up here. We need to release the car you're on."
Okay, so yeah, so you
I've
hear that.
Thrown a rope, and it should be like dangling beside you. Yeah.
So yeah, you hear him kind of cackling through your or crackling through your headset. It's having trouble with all of the activity, but you still hear him.
Okay.
You can catch what he's talking about. You look over and you see the rope.
I see the rope. Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'll use my last energy to grab it and start.
Start like walking along the side of the
So-
car. Yeah.
You
Hold
move
the
a
shield up to
wingboard.
the.
I was thinking about it, but because it seems like if the rope is hanging off the side,
Yeah.
then I can avoid a lot of the gunfire if
Yes.
I were going above by instead going the rope way.
Yes. No. He's saying that you should be surfing on your board while you are holding the rope.
Oh, like on
Like,
the
The
tracks.
riot shield.
It's like to the side.
On the side.
Okay, sure. Can we say that my shield has like magnetic spots and I have magnets on my bolts?
I would say.
It's very Treasure Planet. So I think that you should get a +5 for Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
I'm
agree.
gonna
Totally.
say
Does it help that we took the effort to watch it in preparation for the session?
no.
How many more things
Okay.
can we say to bully the narrator until
I would say
You get -10 for being jerks.
you get. So the riot shield gives you all its ranks.
Yeah.
To help you do this,
Okay.
but I'm not going to canonize that you have magnetic boots while you have not said you have magnetic boots. So,
Yes, that's fine.
Next time when we get back into town, you'll use your spoils.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, like,
Good idea. Future idea.
Small bits of nuclear.
yeah, like
Material.
depleted uranium,
Yeah.
like
It's like, yeah, blows up trains.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. So,
Right here.
yeah. So
Should have pulled.
you are gonna jump off the side here and get your thing, all get the rope, and you're gonna throw your shield down. And, aha! All right. So go ahead and roll for that. I'm
No good?
Yeah.
It's also very.
Okay, that's a -5.
Oof.
Oh,
I'm adding my souped up riot shield. I'm adding built like a tank.
Yeah.
I'm adding my combat training. I'm gonna add team tactics because this is very
So team tactics.
This is total team tactic.
yeah.
I'm helping.
No team tactics, but you do get street rat.
Okay.
Did I delegate effectively?
Oh, two stuff.
Could she add my mid-level manager?
Absolutely.
To the,
You did give an warning. I did. She's following it. I mean,
What total are you at?
So that's that's 7.
7. Okay.
It's too random.
So between the mid-level manager and the team tactics,
Yeah, and
kind of
juiced.
coming together. Oh, and you're juiced. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
absolutely. If you're juiced, then yeah, absolutely.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you like you're there and you're like you got that like weird like tunnel vision feeling that you get when you're on drugs.
This is why I ripped the sleeves off of both my shirt and my tactical armor because
It's
this
like
is
they get-
really
You
impressive.
got to, then you got to get those nice bicep shots.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god. Yeah.
While you're surfing, you're pulling yourself into the next car. That's so awesome.
So you aren't up there yet, but you're spending some time to get there, and you're not taking fire because no one is expecting that this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Are there even windows on the side of this car?
They're all closed and like battened down
okay.
and stuff. Yeah. Meanwhile,
Jax is still back there. So if we got the thing, he's just stuck on this train
with all these guns.
Yeah, we don't like him.
I don't think he would actually help us here, but
No.
okay.
I don't think he would.
Meanwhile, one of the guards that's on the junction is going to try to take. Oh no, he's going to return fire on Nathan. Because
It's
like
shotgun?
shotgun and stuff.
Oh, Jimmy.
So one of them comes down and he like sights up on you, and he's going to shoot stat you.
Okay.
Doodly-doo. Yeah.
I do have an energy.
Should I wait for your? Should I wait for them to go and then I respond?
So reactions have to be declared and resolved before the initiating action. So if what you're trying to do is like get out of the way, react to it. Yeah, you
I
gotta
have to
tell
say
me. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Like before you roll, basically.
Yeah, before
so
you
you don't go,
can't-
oh, you got a -10, I don't need to react.
Yeah, you got to do it before you
Gotcha.
know the result. Yeah.
I am going to jump onto.
You're gonna like body slam.
I'm gonna
Get him. Here we go.
It's like, well, I could either stay on the train, they're disconnecting,
Yeah.
or I can
Hope for the best.
hope for the, best. And that
Alright.
is what I'm going to do.
I love
All right.
it.
Okay.
You either
so,
eat all of the blasts and take extra damage, or you knock him
High
down.
risk, high reward.
None.
I'm assuming that I'm pretty close because I was right at the edge and
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's raising his
Get him,
hand,
get
so
him.
I'm
I love
gonna
this.
jump down. Okay, so blue collar.
Yep. And some
Done like a-
Having worked a lot of blue collar jobs, he's good.
Close quarter combat.
close quarter combat. Yeah.
And I'm not shooting,
No.
so I think that is all I have here.
Are you hitting him with the shotgun?
I do have armored coveralls.
Oh,
I don't know if that helps with this situation.
That would be damage reduction.
You could jump down like with the butt of your shotgun.
Yeah.
You try to like pile drive
Dodge
them.
them.
Yeah.
Do I get to add that if I do it?
If you do that, you get
Ow.
one rank from the shoddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might do this a little
Because it's
different.
3, you get half.
I'm going to do this different. Instead, I'm going to hold out my robo hand as I come down to like shield my face in case.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
does. So it's like if he does get it off on
Yeah.
me, I'm like.
So you got your
covering
like your forearms.
Yeah. So I'm jumping. Like, okay, if he does shoot me, it's like hopefully I'm not blinded.
Okay. So by
I have
the
my armored coveralls,
Yeah.
and then I have my hands.
So you're trying to like add the robo hand to damage reduction,
Yes,
basically.
instead of trying to do
just
one
my own knowledge, like how far up your arm does your robo hand go? This doesn't matter now. I just wanted to know.
I think it's about this far.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Good.
So it's not
Yeah.
much. It's just
not your whole-
maybe actually. I'm kind of assuming it's actually kind of like this is maybe not a straight line. Like it. Kind
Oh,
of
yeah, it's
has
like kinda
some-
like, yeah.
some of the.
They had to
goals, like,
replace some of the tendons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Yeah.
Oh man, I was picturing like a whole arm.
It's the whole
like
what's his face.
shoulder socket.
Yeah.
That we can't
Winter
say.
Soul.
Yeah. You get, we can't say anybody.
Winter fighter.
Winter man.
Cold time fighter.
Cold time man.
But in this
I
world,
was thinking about a different.
Chili boy.
there's in this world, there's not a lot of OSHA.
Yeah, oh, no, there's no-
It's like so. I was basically like on a job where I had to like pull somebody out of something, like
ripped
like
your
just
hand out.
like an everyday accident happened and I intervened and then my hand's gone.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like oh my god.
Well, your fault for trying to be a good person.
I figured you just got your own arm.
We don't do
hooked up
that.
because you weren't
Yeah.
paying attention because you were tweaking.
Social pressure.
All right. So
But yeah.
give me a roll.
So do I get to add any of this, or is that just damage reduction then?
That would be damage reduction after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good.
Yeah. So you're rolling
call.
9, and then
Go ahead.
adding.
That is my positive die.
Oh, okay.
So
So that's a -5.
God.
So you're at a 4. All right. So.
Has anyone rolled?
This is
No.
my-
Oh, that's your positive die. Okay.
Yes.
I just don't know which one. Okay. So
Oh,
you're
so-
at
okay,
a 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I was doing light is
I'm rolling great.
gold is good. Gold.
Are you or are you just adding?
So that is a
That one.
Yeah.
What? Yes, 14. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So he's coming up, and he's going to try to fire at you. He's taking he just got hit with the shotgun blast, so he's not doing too hot.
Can this be the paralyzed guy? So I get that too.
No, I already know which one. So, and then on top of his base is a. Wow. Okay. All right. So you rolled a total of 19, or you rolled 14.
I got
and,
14
yeah,
with my stuff.
Yeah. You have the advantage because it's a simple movement, but he comes up real fast, so he's
Okay.
able to come up and he lets a volley go, and so his he's able to kind of draw it up your body, and it's like an assault weapon, so it's repeating. And yeah, you take a hit. Let's say for the damage reduction, you said you put your hand out there.
So it's a 3 and then my coveralls.
And then your coveralls, yeah, so you're at 5.
Yes.
And then, is there anything else for damage reduction?
I mean,
I'll
I do have Son of a Gun, but I mean, that could be...
Yeah.
You know?
Alright, so let's put it at 6.
Those construction guys, like, through their hand or hit the hammer, like, ah, some bit.
So either that, or if I do get hit, I don't have any status effects.
Oh, okay.
That's more how I was
Oh, yeah,
envisioning.
that's
Okay, so let's hold it.
So like it doesn't.
So
I get hurt, but I just am like, and then I just keep going.
So
Wow. That's just me reliving Charlie's response.
Yeah.
so you're out of 5. Okay, so that means that as a total, you take. He's gonna have that, and he's gonna have that, and
We gotta get Jax on here with us. We
Yeah.
No, we don't.
gotta collect Jax.
I'm with.
And
I don't like
Jax
Jax.
being an ally.
Just grab him as you go by.
Just so you
He wants to help. He's coming to help.
specifically said we don't like Jax.
No, I believe we can use him.
If you want to run back through the car that's full of guards and grab Jax and then run back again, go right
Is he
ahead.
all the way in the back?
Yes.
Yes, he's
he
where
can
she
back
was.
right.
He can handle himself. He can handle
Yes, he is.
Yeah, the Jax is there.
She did not break.
Jack's gone.
Yeah, you went ahead.
All right, so you take 6 damage.
Okay.
Total, like after reduction. Yeah, but
So I'm at
you
30, but I
yeah.
don't. So I don't take a wound.
You do take a wound. 6 is a wound.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take a wound. It's gunshot wound for 2. Ooh. Cool.
Gunshot
how much
wound for
damage?
2.
There are 2 ranks in the wound. Wounds are a little different now, so that means that you just have 1 wound, but there are 2 ranks in it, which means that if you are doing things that the wound would affect, it's like a rank.
So okay, cool. Let's talk about that. So
Yeah.
how did I get hurt?
So you lifted up your hand, and I'm going to go ahead and say the bullet. One of them hit your coveralls, another one hit your hand, but then one of them hit part of your forearm that's not aerobic.
Got it.
And so you've got an arm wound here.
Cool.
Yeah.
That won't affect me too much, but it will a little bit.
Yeah, especially if you like start doing mechanic
Static.
stuff. But then again, you're stacked to do mechanic stuff, so you can offset it.
Yep.
Yeah. So
It is my robo hand too,
yeah,
so that
Yeah.
does make it bad for me.
Yeah.
So,
So-
status effect would should I
it's just gunshot wound,
So I should just-
hand wound, something
Okay.
like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
identify the wound.
Yeah,
I'll
just
just
like
put
so you know
arm
which one
on
it
my
is.
wound.
Yeah, just know which one it is, and yeah.
Cool. There we go.
Cool. All right. So that guy
That's
used
fun.
his
I like
energy. Meanwhile, so you come crashing down on top of him. The second guy is going to whip around and using some of his tactical prowess, try to like just use the butt of his gun to like clock you in the head. So, are you going? Are you doing anything? You have no energy, do you? Wait, or you have 1 energy? You have no energy. You have no energy. I don't know. It's not my job to track your energy. If you don't remember what energy you have no energy.
That is up to you. My intention was
Yeah.
to have energy. That's why I was
Yeah.
saying like, oh, I just fall because I
Yeah.
was like, I don't care
But
to
we
get
already
there
resolved
safely.
this and
But if
Fulmer
you
used
want,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you're saying that it's yeah.
All right, yeah.
If
So,
that's what
okay,
you
so he's going to attack. Yeah, all right. So,
I am out of it.
he's going to use his paramilitary attribute and his gung-ho attribute. And his brute attribute.
All
And
good choices.
yes, all good choices. And he's going to roll. And in this case, he got a -1, and then this stuff, and so he hits. So he's able to come up, and he's gonna like crack you like in your center of mass with the butt of this gun. It's going to be 6 total damage before mitigation. So
Do you have armor?
like if you have armor, now's the moment.
Can the pomade be a plus?
Well made, I feel
Just
like,
like a helmet of
roughly, protective. It's pretty good.
It says it on the label.
Yeah.
I mean, but that would maybe
That'd be
require
for
an
action.
action for you to like react and try.
You just take the 6.
I would argue for quick, but
Let me.
I'd take quick, but that's
Quick as a prairie dog.
I'll
go
take
over
it.
Stand there,
I'll
quick
take
shot, that shot, firm grip. Firm grip! You do firm grip.
I grabbed the bullet.
grab the bottom of the gun.
Again, kind of an active thing.
Yeah, it's good.
You should get close to people and always just grab their gun and point it.
And for no reason, you always re-put it at yourself.
Or you just think you point it at someone else, so you just get them to shoot at people. You get 3 actions.
I just love Elliot's idea though. Like after they shoot someone else and you bring it back, like
How you get him to pull the trigger?
Yeah, you gotta take them out.
So yeah, you take 6. You
Okay.
take this like
okay, let's do it.
yeah, like a body shot, the butt of a gun. So you just like gotta. All right. So
I think
that's 0 for him.
everyone's energy, right?
The paralyzed guy still has energy.
Perfect.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I would say that his energy gets wasted, like coming out of paralyzed.
And Jax is still incapacitated.
So Jax, you guys don't know what Jax is doing
He's
because
waiting.
So everyone get your energy back. Reset.
Round 2.
And at the top of the round, they're going to fire again. Meaning everyone who's in the car.
Okay.
They're going to fire, but they don't know everything that has occurred. So some of them are still firing at the front where you used to be, hoping that you're still there. Some of them are shooting at the roof because they think people are still up there.
Yep.
Nathan is, but you're far enough. Wait, no, you belly flopped. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back
down.
there. Yeah.
On the
and-
front, or back, I'm towards the front of the train.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So are there any windows in this thing?
Which thing?
The
Guard car.
guard car.
Guard car has windows that are all closed. They're like
Okay. So
armored
the only
closed.
places
Yeah.
to shoot out are at the door
doors.
Yeah.
and up.
Yes.
Okay.
The 2 doors and the roof.
So I'm going to go
So
ahead
it's
and
probably
say
where to shoot out because there's people in the way.
yeah, they're not firing at their own guys.
Right.
So
And
they're
we're
like
already
there several of them
So-
are moving towards the back to try to support their guys to get a clear shot, but no one is firing on their own men in the middle.
Sure.
They're scoundrels, but they're not that kind of scoundrel.
So,
yeah.
how are the guys doing that are in between the trains with us? There's 3 guys.
Yeah.
There's paralyzed guy.
Yeah.
The guy that tried to shoot me. And
Yeah.
another guy. What's their status?
So
Oh, that guy was the guy that attacked
yeah,
Alex?
attacked him.
Okay.
So paralyzed guy is like coming up, and he's gonna be able to act just normal, but like with the status effect.
Shoot him
But he's gonna have all of his energy. The other 2, you hit them with the shotgun, and so they're bleeding pretty bad, but they're able to act as well. So they're all
Okay.
up.
Got it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so the very first thing that happens in the round is you guys hear death metal, I guess I'll call it.
Oh gosh.
And so
Okay.
and there's like this blast of sound, and you see over you a ship just like comes screaming in over the back of the train. Everyone looks up just for a moment, and it comes in and starts to hover over the armored car
They're
that
here to
you're heading
help us.
and it kind of like hangs there for a minute menacingly. But it's blasting death metal for some
Jimmy
reason.
just said, "Stop me!"
We got things to do. All right, so top of the round, everyone can act.
So
Yeah,
how close have I come to where these guys are at the juncture?
you can either get there safely with 1 energy, or if you want to get there and act, you're gonna roll some difficulty from pulling yourself up. But you can do that.
This would be
Yeah.
a rough place for me to mess up and fall off. So I think I'll use 1 energy to get
All
there.
right, so you're just
Yeah.
using your energy to get up there and like get your shield and make sure everything happens properly.
Yeah, but
Okay.
can I then immediately use another energy to? I've got 1 hand on the ladder. I've
Yeah.
let go of the rope so that if you guys need to grab the rope, you can. It's loose again. And then with my other hand, take my shield and shield bash behind me and try to knock one of the 3 guards off of the.
Okay, so yeah, so like you get up there and you're gonna immediately try to like knock somebody off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes.
Have
Yeah.
you been shot yet?
Are we keeping a tally of how many?
yeah.
The teacher about the homework.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. So when I came
Wait
up.
for them to shoot.
Yeah,
them.
when that came out. So there's like a whole bunch of bullets. You hear fire going off, and they're like covering the ceiling, the front of the. We weren't in the back of the tank, but yeah. So
I'm gonna shoot somebody.
greater than 90 degrees from. where-
I'm gonna shield bash one of the guys that is engaged in combat with
All right.
these folks.
So not even. I love this because this is really good tactics. What you're doing is like. It doesn't matter if this man is dead. All that matters is that he's not here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get rid of him.
Yeah.
Can we start taking a tally of how many people we just knock off the train?
Oh, we're at 2. We
We're at
already
2.
know.
Just two. I think Jackson, when this one goes off.
If this one goes off,
Do I count as 1?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3.
Cool.
3. Okay, so I rolled a 1.
Including teammates.
I'm adding my juice.
Yeah.
I'm adding
Ooh,
my,
man, that juice coming in clutch.
adding my
How long does
combat
that last?
training.
You juice me?
I wrote down 1 minute.
Yeah, and like a round is
My
not a
shield.
minute, so
Shield bash.
Second.
you might have to loosen that. We'll talk about it later.
Well, I mean, I can have 2 of them.
But that's fair.
you know.
No, I don't mean the darts. I mean the round length.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
and-
Can I add built like a tank?
yes, absolutely.
Cool.
This is what that's for.
All right, and then
It's perfect.
would this be perhaps team tactics or perhaps crowd control?
This is crowd control.
Okay.
Yeah, this is moving someone with your shield.
Okay.
Literally.
Man, the more we talk about how riot cops work, the more I get depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh
is,
man, these are things that we have in our society. Like, oh no.
It makes you feel better. They're usually not spiked.
Yeah.
It's very little bit better. Like just
Uh,
slightly, yeah.
I rolled
Not even sure how true that is.
17.
17.
17.
Alright, so he's gonna try to resist, obviously. Do you care which one you're hitting?
Not particularly.
Okay, so yeah.
Paralyzed guy. Paralyzed guy.
Paralyzed guy? Can I
He would
tell
be,
which one is
he would be
paralyzed?
closest to the ladder that she's on. as
True.
well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Because
so-
I don't,
Mm.
I wasn't there. I don't know who was paralyzed.
Alright, so
but
what we're gonna
he
do
would be closer to me.
is I have a D4 here, I have a D8.
I just like the visual that I've been knocked down on my back, and people are flooding out here all with guns and tons of action economy to spend.
Yeah.
And I'm just about to get lit up by like 500 bullets, and then swinging out from the clouds, me just show up Yes. Oh, I'm saved!
Let's Let's say 1 through 6 is the paralyzed guy, because you're right, it's most likely him, and then the other 2 are the higher numbers.
With my space button.
Yeah, it's definitely the paralyzed guy. All right. So you come in and you smack at him. He's going to try to resist, but as we've aforementioned, he's paralyzed and also took a really solid gunshot wound, and so he's not doing too hot. His ability to resist being bashed out of this place is it's right there. All right.
17.
He
Get
beat a
out.
17. He does not beat a 17. so you come in and you swipe at him, and even if he had a contextual modifier, it wouldn't matter. And so
What I like
he
to do.
he comes up and he's still really sluggish and he's kind of stumbling, and then you just whap, and he goes. Whap! So this is like the second person you've thrown off the train. Third person you've thrown off the. It's not only the team threw 3 people off the train. It's you. You guys. We didn't walk in crane.
Yeah, we're we let him
So,
fall off.
but I could also
We
take credit
gently
for
dumped
falling.
Yes,
Technically, it's my
So I would like to shut the door
Okay.
before
yeah,
just
yeah.
before anyone else acts. I'm
Sure,
gonna try just so that really affects the next.
May I act
Things.
first instead?
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Only because
I'm
I
happy.
want to juice you.
Okay.
And I have a nice bronze surface. So I'm just,
I'm actually kind of on top of this guy,
Yeah.
so it should be
I'm
easy.
just gonna put a juice dart in his butt.
He's just right arm my butt cheek. Target. I like
Okay,
this guy.
Stuff.
The minus all the targeting stuff with the rifle, so total 8.
8. So 8.
To hit an ally.
To hit an ally that's not resisting.
I roll out of the way.
roll out of the. Oh no!
It's not just an ally, but also a junkie who desperately wants this more than anything else.
Really sticking himself out there.
It's like Jimmy falls off and he's looking over at Cornelius and just kind of shaking his booty, like, "Hey,
Hey,
Shoot me.
please, yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. So I don't usually do this.
Okay.
You're very close.
Uh-huh.
You have to beat a 10. You
Okay.
can retroactively have spent a second energy to do this.
Hmm.
I don't usually think of it this way.
I don't
but
want to do that
okay.
because I don't want a retro
Retro game. Yeah.
and I would try, and if I don't do it good enough, then I don't succeed.
All right. So what
So
happens here
it's really a
is it's a ranged
Okay.
attack. Yeah. So you shoot, but the dart lands next to Nathan. The
it's
dart,
like
remember,
lodged.
it's lodged, and you have to remember that these darts are recoverable. That's
Mhm.
kind of their whole shtick.
Okay,
And
so
it's
Jimmy
slowed
can
up.
just-
It's going to Oh, he sees it come down.
injected specifically into his arm.
Yeah,
that is
into the
shot
wounded arm.
Oh, into the vein. Like, we're like, literally. he's
Yeah.
like, do I need to take an energy to do that?
So you want to close the door? Just pack it all into one thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to pick it up, roll over,
Yeah.
stab it in, and then I'm going to reach my hand into the control panel and just crush it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for that. The guard that you are
I'm
piled on
assuming this is like Star Wars, where if you destroy a door panel, it
it's a good guess.
Okay,
It's an educated. It's your educated mechanics guess.
So
So if I
I-
punch with this, it will close.
I
He was the first one to lose.
so for this, I am going to use blue collar.
Say
Get
what?
over that. It's so funny.
First one to lose what?
No, you. It's funny.
Oh, that.
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
You said a thing.
Oh,
You said a thing.
oh, okay.
So
Guard man is gonna try to.
I am doing.
Guard.
Okay, this is interesting because I'm
Yeah.
doing two different things, but I'm thinking that the blue collar and
That's what I
mechanic,
made earlier. Yeah.
mechanic for this,
No, absolutely.
blue
Yeah.
collar, mechanic, son of a gun for the stabby thing, and then I am going to use my sabotage and my hand.
Perfect.
Okay, so that is starting at a 16.
Did you add the juice?
And, oh my gosh, I'm at a 19.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please! Okay, so I'm at a 17.
17. All right. So the guard that you're piled on top of, he tries to reach up and like grab you as you try to move. But you're juiced up, so you just kind of like in one smooth motion, like bring up your knee and put it on his chest to like
Oh.
nope, and you kind of grab him and
Because of that, I probably should take a negative point.
oh, that's fine.
I was-
yeah,
okay.
no, you're good. You're good.
I was just kind
Yeah.
of thinking that
No,
my
you-
son of a gun would offset my
Sure.
wound.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, like the numbers here are very wide.
Okay.
You make it. So yeah. So you put your knee on his chest and you reach up into the control panel and you just grab and yank, and the door there's like this horrible sound that happens, which is very clearly like an error sound. It's like error, and then there's like when the door like closes very hard, right?
Nice.
Unfortunately, well, no, not unfortunately. They already knew you were back there. I was gonna say that signaled that you were back there, but people already know. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They
so
already came out to
yeah,
us.
yeah, they're
There's no
already-
stealth here anymore.
yeah, we're done.
Sadly.
We're done with stealth.
You go from the stealth music to like the combat music.
dun dun.
Yeah.
Little like exclamation point. So
Alarms going.
okay, cool. So
How many people are outside right now?
It'd be us and two guards.
yeah,
One go over the edge
Yes.
there.
so one was 5 total. So
well,
it's 2 guards,
two
and
guards.
3 of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that
And
means that these
you're
are
on top.
tight quarters.
Did you hit the one that was wounded?
I hit
Multiple.
the paralyzed one.
Oh
There's
yeah,
Still a wounded guy, right?
there are both of them are also wounded.
Okay. Like how bad?
Shotgun blast.
Like rough.
They got shotgun.
So
But
they
so
look
are
like
you.
they're well. I got melee.
They're having
Blasts.
bad days.
They're having bad
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna have to go to the infirmary.
So you're on the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having bashed against.
So you and I are properly on the target car,
Yes.
and you guys are still on the
the
guard.
junction.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
junction.
think this is a good time
Yeah.
for me to pick up and do something here.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like I'm down in a bad way. What is so? I got hit in the chest. Is that like?
Yeah, like you're kind of winded.
It's like
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
winded.
yeah.
Where do I apply that? Is that a minus?
So let's just say, yeah, it's a -2, and let's call it a cracked rib.
Okay.
Yeah,
-2.
yeah,
Crack rib
yeah.
applies to everything.
It's everything that has to do with your torso. So most things.
So most things have to do with your torso.
Yeah.
Okay. Having just been rescued like that, and then seeing all of I'm trying to catch my breath and seeing this
Yeah.
and the door close, and there's just the 2 people, and we all want to go that way. I think the clear objective is I don't want those 2 people here, and I want to be over there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that.
Okay.
So with 2 energy,
Yeah.
we're going to say I fell down, things weren't working, never got to reload the pistol. We're just gonna leave it stowed.
Yeah.
And we're going to quick draw my short-barreled, long gun with a
Yeah,
lever action.
yeah.
And we're gonna do the this is our combat moment. We got
Okay.
lots of ammo.
Yeah.
We can still fire that hammer.
Okay.
It has no recoil. It's still a 44-40, just like the
Okay.
handgun.
Okay.
And we're gonna shoot both of these 2 guys in the face
Okay.
lots of times.
Okay.
There are 15 rounds in this thing.
All right.
We're gonna shoot them a lot
Oh,
and then
okay.
run over
All
there.
right.
So that's the sequence. Do what you
So-
want with that.
all
2
right.
energy. That's the
So
sequence.
that's a pretty tall order. I'm not going to say it is in the impossible range.
It's just a quick draw,
But-
shoot 2 people, and run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
So-
said lots of times. So you're not just trying to pop, pop, and then go. You're like trying to like hit multiple attacks.
Yeah, I'll just say though. I mean, like
Isn't that what your character does?
that. The
Oh
whole
yeah, no,
point
like this is all going to come out of the numbers. Like,
Yeah, the whole point is like it's a gun that shoots fast and has no recoil, as opposed to something that you shoot once and it does a lot of damage. I imagine that's mostly flavor, not like harder to do necessarily.
Just
but,
roll
like,
good for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll really good.
I have rolled. I've been waiting on this move.
Okay, all right. So give me a total.
I am at a plus 17 minus that 2 plus 5. I'm at a 20.
Okay, so yeah, this you're definitely able to do this.
Yeah.
So you get up and you get your gun out and you're gonna like fan this hammer at them.
Yeah.
And they are going to. Well, I asked for your numbers before I decided whether they were going to react. So following my own rules, they can't react.
Oh.
So so they.
This is just such a silly thing for a person to do that they're
Yeah, it's like
my mom
they're
is not
they're
gonna
no.
yeah, this guy cracks you in the ribs, and he's like, and you like shove him off of you, and as he's like stumbling backwards, you pull out your gun. So
The other guy's like, I'm kind of dealing with.
oh
this,
yeah,
so
no, like
he
he's
probably doesn't even know what's
yeah,
happening.
you've got him, and he's like kind of trying to stumble up, and so neither one of them is reacting to you. Let's say you hit them both. Give me damage.
Okay, let's see how. That's gonna be 3, 6, and 11, and 15, and I think that's the ones that should apply to damage. None of that else is more fast. I'm gonna say 15.
15.
As,
All right.
as a damage roll. Now, I don't know if that goes is split or goes to both. I think it's probably
No, it goes equal to both.
Yeah, I think it would because
Yeah.
of how I
Yeah.
set this up. Yeah.
And so you're able to do that. They have some armor on, like their body armor,
Sure.
but they have some mitigation, but they're going to take really solid hits.
We did specify we were going to shoot him in the face this time.
You did.
I did.
And you did roll a 20.
That's
so
true.
there is that.
At your
So,
advice
yeah,
that I should specify.
Yeah.
From last time.
So-
energy.
And 2 energy. So I
Oh,
did
wow.
not add the
Yeah.
energy.
Well,
So-
also you, as part of that, you said you were running.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We know.
So that means that we're at
24 for whatever if you're adding the 4. So however you're doing that.
so bubba and bubba. All right. And that means that they both take if they both take that much. Man, mental math is hard.
Yeah. They both died, right?
No.
Oh.
They got shot up real bad, but they are soldiers, so they're being soldiers.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Sounds faking.
Oh, they both got shot
Yeah.
like 6 times in the face. So,
Yeah.
they're having a real bad day.
They
They
got
have helmets, I think.
One of them has a ruined jaw, and one of them has a cracked skull as the bullet ricochets off.
Like the helmet's dented in. And
Yeah. The bullet embedded itself.
He just squeezes really hard and the bullet pops out. You know?
Does
Like Logan.
it flex hard enough?
yeah, these guys they're quickly approaching useless.
We also haven't reacted to the spaceship.
Yeah, that's happening.
So,
Well, you're like right there underneath
Yeah.
it, right?
Do you want to evaluate
I
the
just wanna get
situation?
nothing. Who is this? What are they doing?
And how do we get into the target car?
yeah. It's like,
I would be closest to the door, presumably.
Yeah.
To the target.
Fair enough.
so both of them
Got the shield and then-
are
Could be.
they just got shot up real bad. They are using an energy. Both of their actions are going to happen real quick, and what they're doing is like trying to. The guy you've got halfway pinned down is like getting up to his feet and grabbing his gun, and the other one is like trying to pin himself against a wall, just to prop himself up before he falls and be able to return fire. So neither of them actually succeeds in doing anything. They only succeed in changing their positions. So both of them have their hands on their guns, and they're both like looking
Teetering on the brink.
Yeah, they're looking like they're pretty close. So they cannot act immediately right now. Someone else has to go.
I just want to assess that ship.
Okay,
And
take a
why
look at
it's
the
here
ship.
and what it is. And
So
does it
you
have any weak
take a
points, all that
breather
stuff.
in true Cornelius fashion. You decide to stop in the middle of everything you're doing and get interested in something.
Yeah.
So you look up at it and you're staring at this ship. All right, can you roll for me some sort of something?
Okay. I'm sort of just trying to figure it out. Like, where did it come from? Who is it?
Yeah.
Do they have any insignias or anything
Yeah.
that designate who they are? Also, if I put a dart in a good place, would the ship fall down? Probably not. Oh, it's a maximum.
Yes.
Great.
So ingenious.
Yeah.
Perhaps encyclopedic knowledge.
Yeah.
And perhaps timely insight.
Man, all you guys use your black dice as good. Well, no, he uses the gold dice as a good dice.
Yeah,
Just
I
weird.
just thought red is bad.
Red,
Oh, okay,
red
sure.
bad.
Red is dead.
Black is fairly neutral, so whatever.
All right.
Okay, so timely insight, encyclopedic knowledge, and genius.
Cornelius is a goth.
Scientific prodigy background.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a lot. That's just gonna be a lot.
This is
You're the mastermind.
seven,
Yeah. This is
You're a master.
This is your shield bash.
Yeah.
This is it.
23.
I'm gonna shield bash
Good.
knowledge.
Good.
Right?
Assess the heck out of that.
Yeah. So you look up at it and you immediately recognize it as
Yes.
County assess.
an aftermarket Osprey jump ship.
Okay.
The Osprey is not a gunship, interestingly.
Okay.
So you can tell just by looking at it, like, oh, that thing doesn't. I mean, like, it is aftermarket. It's got some modifications, so it might have a gun that has been installed, but like right off the line, this thing doesn't have any guns.
Okay. So they're
Um,
not here to blow up the train.
no, but what it does have is big old bay doors in its on its underhull. On
It's stereo speakers.
In stereo speakers, that's part of what's aftermarket. The other part that's aftermarket is the paint job. It's got flames coming off the front.
Of course it does.
Of course it
And
does.
So, to go with the music.
Yeah, and looking at it, you see like, oh, okay, so it's running off of some pretty basic turbines, which is like basic for the Osprey. They aren't aftermarket, but it's got some aftermarket afterburners installed, and so that's how it's matching with this train.
Quick getaway.
Yeah,
probably.
and it's but the turbines, just like all turbines, if something goes in the turbine of sufficient mass, could really mess stuff up.
Okay.
So that's the answer to can a well-placed dart?
Probably not.
Probably
That's
not,
true.
but
Yeah.
something could, right? Like,
It's like your whole character.
Okay.
maybe something that's 3'3" is enough mass to take
How
down the
attached
train.
for that character you got?
Eat me into the turbine.
She won't give up the shield. Will you give up Cornelius? to solve this problem.
Cornelius will not give up Cornelius.
Okay.
I
will
would do it.
tether.
I would do it in a
Real
heartbeat.
quick, is there a chance that there's a desert
You
boy
don't get to
that will
die
have my spray
until I
paint
get paid.
up there?
A desert
A
boy?
desert boy
Wait, what do you mean a desert boy?
with the spray paint.
What's a desert
Oh,
boy?
right.
We're riffing on the Mad Max
Oh,
and
from
the cold
Angry-
body.
Chrome.
Angry Maximilian.
You can't see who's up there. Yeah. So this Osprey is like just.
This is not a real.
Oh, okay.
Last question. How big is the ship in relation to the train?
Big ship is bigger than the train, but not by a ton.
So
Like,
does
it's
it,
wider than the
it
train. It's
doesn't
not
look
long.
like
Yeah.
the train car that is our quarry. It
Yeah.
does not look like that could fit onto the ship.
No. No.
You
It's
said
vacuum
like
up.
a sort of like
Even
gaping
great.
cargo.
Take us away from
Yeah, it's got
like-
cargo hooked up
I
into
was
your
like, are they
problem.
gonna dip down and let the train go into the ship?
It's a great
So
movie.
you thought that it was
That's got
blue sky.
This has got to have something to do with Jax.
Oh yeah.
I bet if we'd saved him, we'd know what that was.
Yeah, but also he'd be stealing our booty.
All right. That's my assessment.
All right. So,
So does
last
it-
thing from your assessment is that you can tell that the bay cargo doors are not on the back. There is a cargo hold on the back, but there is like bay doors on the bottom, the
Yeah.
undercarriage, and those are starting to open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So that sort of assessment, does that take an energy?
I would say because of its thoroughness, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what we're talking about here is like a very like you sat down. You didn't actually sit down,
I
but
just
you're like
turned over
and
with
you
my
just like
rifle.
looked down the sight and you're like really trying to like get a sense of this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is during combat.
Yeah.
Yes. That's fair. I fully accept this.
Yes. So,
All your energy.
Also, I got to make a high roll and it felt good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get those big numbers. Like,
Give me the big
There you go.
numbers.
First time.
yeah, third time.
Yeah.
Feels good. All right. So, meanwhile, one of the guards has gained his feet enough. The one who's like tilted against the wall has gained his feet enough to be able to like just make this like lazy drag shot just across like the entire.
Can I react
Yeah.
and try to shield bash him?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yes.
he's going to try to do this, and you're going to try to shield bash him.
Turns out shield
Are you
bash
trying to just
on
shield
the-
bash him
on the rail.
against the
OP.
No, I'm shield bashing him off the train.
off the train? Okay.
Always off. The
I'm
train.
trying to pump up my numbers here. My
So you're
statistics.
just like
Yeah,
lining them up and shove.
yeah.
Next one, shove.
Yeah.
Next one.
So you're coming in. So
like a
he's
riot cop.
Yes.
He's up against the armored car right now. So you're coming up, and you're just trying to like push him.
Yeah,
off the
I'll
side,
like
perpendicular. Yeah.
because I have one arm.
Mhm.
I'm like leaning, extending myself all the way out so that I'm more sort of like right next to him, and I can bash him off
Okay.
sideways.
All right. Cool.
I'm imagining like a snowplow, and you're scraping along
Yeah.
the car
Yeah.
to like skim him off.
So
This is great.
So yeah, his mod to do this is going to be that. Okay. I finally figured out how to do mods right.
I feel like we should
That's
just
great.
lean heavier into
That's
this. Like we should all save reactions to just trip people when you bash
Whoa!
them. And just like make our whole combat thing instead of us shooting them. We should just
We just go.
25.
need our help.
So did you get max? No, you got
I rolled
nearly
10.
max, and
Yeah.
a 10 instead
Roll
of
a
11.
10. Holy
She's
shit.
designed to take 3 guys by herself, and then we're just here to watch.
So yeah,
That's literally-
so you push him forward, and his like the bullets go wide. You hit him right as he's starting to pull the trigger, and the gun, the barrel of the gun goes up, and you like just drag him along the wall, and like you leave this big old smear of blood because not only are you hitting him, it's full of bullet holes. So he's like, and you just bots, and he goes like tumbling over the side, and you see a little counter.
Good luck, everybody.
You see a little counter show up on your heads-up display, and it says 3.
Okay,
Like-
so there is one guy left.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I am going
Yeah.
to. I kind of am on top of him. I go and use my robot hand to shut the door.
Yeah.
So it's closed.
Yeah.
And then you knock that guy to Kingdom Come.
Mhm.
I'm going to turn around, and I am just going to shove my robot drill into his face.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
super.
He has
Not
the helmet on.
Yeah, he's got a helmet on, but like you're just like trying to like do
Yes.
this like
the
big
helmet's
This is
probably
where-
somewhat canonically.
He doesn't
Oh,
relish.
yeah,
he
absolutely.
doesn't relish this.
Oh, no.
It's just how he fights.
Yeah.
Like the problem
You're
needs
just
to be.
vibing with the death metal that's playing from
Yeah,
above.
that's-
I don't think he actually, at this point, he's juiced, and he probably
yeah.
doesn't.
Oh, I didn't even add my juice. I rolled a 28.
Oh,
Oh wow! Well, in that case,
Nice. Getting my juice.
I am going to use.
in that case,
a bar.
your shield is now sentient.
Yeah.
Now a living shield.
Does it get the magnets?
Yeah. It grows
Turns it into our 5th character.
Yeah, it's like
Rogue.
Shieldy McRae. Alright, so, yeah, he
I've never
gets
heard of a
that.
more horrible
and then
thing. that's nightmare fuel.
So I'm starting at a 15.
Okay.
Sentient riot shield.
If I get the same stuff I've been getting, just not using my shoddy,
Yeah.
I'm using my drill, which is less. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
sure.
but it is my combat. So, oh no! All right, so it's 8.
I get bait.
So I got
Negative
7.
8.
7. All right. So he was reacting. He used one of his energy to like you start coming in with your is this part of your robot hand?
Yeah, so it's, I have a multi-tool.
Yeah,
So
you
basically, I
just-
pulled out the drill.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
like,
like so he like reacts by dropping his gun. And he gets his hands around your wrist in that very classic kind of like
this is like.
and he's like yelling up at you, and you're like, and you just- yeah. So there's this like very obvious
I would
like
like to say specifically, I do not make any sounds, but my face looks like I am. Like I'm like.
so
I love that.
right now we're doing this strength contest,
Yes.
and he has 8 ranks in wounds on him.
Oof.
So
Yikes.
he's not doing too hot. So
So
you
that's
need
actually a
to
really
do
cool
this.
thing
Yeah.
where in a lot of the stuff I'm used to playing, like if I shot those guys and then you attacked or you knocked them off, it wouldn't have. It would almost be like, oh, that was bad because I didn't finish them off.
yeah.
But in this case, they got hurt, so it actually helps my.
Oh yeah, no. The
teammates.
first, so
You
same.
know,
He had
it
8
adds
ranks
up.
on his wounds. The guy you pushed off just now, and he rolled an 8, which means that he's starting at 0.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he gets only his like combat modifiers on top of that.
So
And
it lets us stack together.
oh yeah, no. This
because
means
of the
that like, and
wounds.
also it means
Yeah.
that you guys, as you take damage, become
Right.
less effective, and
Sure.
so like going in for those big swings really matters. No, we're good. Yeah. So So you're in just a.
So should I use energy here?
So
is
what
this
I'm
another roll, or
So-
is this just like a?
I would say that you're in a physical contest. He's pushing you away. He's going to use his energy to push you away. I'm going to say that
Is
this
that a
doesn't.
reaction to my initial thing then?
He reacted by grabbing you. So
Yes.
we're in a new action now. He is acting by pushing you away. I'm going to say that you don't get a reaction debuff by pushing in because you're already doing that.
Yes.
And we just roll again. If you choose to not use energy right now, he's going to push you away.
Okay, I
yeah.
will use another energy
Yeah,
then.
and then
Okay, so for this, I have my negative for my wound on my arm, but
Yeah.
I have son of a gun.
mhm.
Cancels out. I have, I'm going to go blue collar, and then I just have, do I get to use my robo hand?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And then I have juice, close quarters combat.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
should I use that?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so I actually basically get.
This is definitely close quarters combat.
This is as close as you can get.
And add your juice.
Add your juice. Don't
So I
forget
think
your juice.
once again, I'm starting at a 15 then, because that's all the same
Cool.
stuff.
Oh my
Where was
goodness.
that one
That's great.
come from? Oh, I'm still using hand drill.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this is the same roll
Yeah.
again.
Do you have your negatives in there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, no.
So that is a -1, so I'm a 14.
14, yeah. So he did not. He is like. He's able to hold you there for a minute, but then you just watch and
Oh.
it gets pretty grisly because like
I'm
as his heart rate increases, and you know that his heart rate is increasing because like the blood is coming in waves now, and so it's like,
boy.
and so you just like you start bearing down on him, and you throw your weight behind it, and you're able to just like come right down on him, and you hear just a horrible blood curdling scream as you like come in and
Everyone roll sanity damage.
yeah, everybody. This guy's he's done. You're able to like get in under his helmet, and you're saved from some of the brutality of it because the helmet blocks
Yep.
some of it. Yeah, but yeah,
It's not a kids show anymore.
it's not a kids show.
Cornelius constructs and goes, "Survival of the fittest."
Yeah, it's like
So I say nothing. I'm assuming I have blood on me.
oh goodness, yes.
Do you have an energy left?
Yes.
think
I
it's
just
time for us
drop
to
the
do
guy
couple
and I
this
move
card.
on to the next
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you-
Done.
and
Yeah.
one. I'm down walking.
they both have energy, right?
I have one.
You've got. I think you're done, but
Are
you've
you?
got-
Do you
I
have
think
energy?
that's-
I use 2 energy to.
So you have
end
one
that
left.
man.
We all have one left. The three of us.
I do not have one.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
none.
I started one by closing
got
the
it.
door.
He's
Yeah,
done. I'm done.
You and I
You-
both have one energy.
Yes, and I'm focused up on the ship
Okay.
right now.
I was
So-
gonna wonder if together we would be able to uncouple it, but I can try it with myself.
Oh sure, yeah.
I kind of can't help from up here. I don't think.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe I don't know. What you can do. I don't-
So
yeah.
while this is all happening, like right as you kill this guy, you start to stand up and you see that the door is like being like pried open from
yeah,
the guard
we got
from the guard car. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, uncoupling
It's
is
not.
happening.
It's not. It's going to take a minute. You still want to get that door open, but it's starting to.
Physically. How do we uncouple this?
However, how are you going to do it most effectively?
That's
do it
what I'm,
that way.
I'm trying to remember what the options are.
So
for
there's
that
this
part.
mechanism
That's what I'm-
that like just has like these 2 metal clamps that kind of go in, and when they press together, they do this thing, and then they pull, right?
Yeah.
And so you, in order to get those apart, you can try to get them to unwind, but they're built to specifically not do that.
Yeah, that would
So very difficult.
be. You can't just go pull the
yeah.
pin. you
There
know,
is no pin.
thing.
It's not like that simple. No, not anymore.
That's how Zoro's
Right? Yeah. There appear to be a series of tubes coming. Tubes. Tubes.
Internet-based training.
Yes,
Exactly.
internet-based training. It's a dump truck you can put all your photos on. That's the other part of that. Anyway, the tubes are going into the clamping mechanism, and there's several of them on each side.
And there's several of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And I'm a fast-firing Deadeye with rounds left in my gun with lots of rounds, and there's tubes going to the locking mechanism.
Yes, that's what's happening.
I wonder what I should do now.
It's up to you. I don't know. I haven't set you up at all. This is a puzzle. You gotta figure it out.
It's a puzzle. We beat your locking
We
puzzle.
go into a freeze frame and it's just lockpick. Even though this doesn't make any sense, all mini games are lockpick.
Yeah, I'd like to get down there with my comb and my pomade. And
Yeah,
just,
like-
just like going down. Yeah, let's shoot the hell out of all
All
these
right,
things.
go for
While he's doing that, is there like imminent danger coming down from this ship as the bay doors open?
So the bay doors have opened, and you're squinting up in there. And since you're already looking and you rolled so fantastically, your badger night vision eyes, like whatever, they look up into the dark hull, and you see something hanging there.
Does it look like a person?
The first thing you see is it's rectangular.
Not a person.
I mean, there's a couple of them. But,
Rectangular.
it's like a couple of rectangular people.
Right
Yeah.
over here.
Fair.
Plus 16.
Plus 16. All right, so you put the barrel of your gun there, and just and so you're like you start shooting at it, and they like kind of like a couple. It takes a minute, but then like they start to like bust apart, and you see this like hydraulics like kind of shoot everywhere, and there's like a shutter, and the clamps that are like together like this, they turn, and they're like just barely hanging on. 18.
Oh, it really helps.
Yes.
So much, so important.
They're no longer barely hanging.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're hanging by a thread.
They're hanging by a thread. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
there's like kind of this like happening, and
And
so
as I walk across, which I already said I was doing, I
Yeah.
step on it, and as I push off,
Yes. Act like you did it. Like
Yeah.
kick it and act like it was you.
so this thing is like hanging on barely, but you're gonna need some sort of
Physical
person who's built like a something to maybe push it apart.
Y'all
Cornelius,
get into the car.
it's up to you.
I got it.
Cornelius, a person who's built like a badger.
Yes.
So, like,
That's what I was gonna say. But like that,
This is a perfect job for shield bash. Y'all get into this new car.
yeah. All right.
we're on it.
So the round. Wait, you still have an energy. Do you want to do something with
You,
it?
you, right?
No, just one.
Yeah.
I assessed
Oh,
and
you
I shot at someone's
Yeah.
hindquarters.
Corners spoken
jeez.
like an otter badger
Yeah.
bear thing.
Yeah.
Hindquarters.
His haunches.
Because I don't want to shoot at the rectangle. I mean, I'm just kind of waiting for something. Whatever this box thing that's.
So there's a rectangle coming down out
in
of
my
my
mind, I'm just seeing the obelisk from 2000.
You were the
I
one
mean, I
who
guess-
sussed out the first.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems so featureless. I don't know. Is there anything up here or in my view that would potentially help us get into this car? I can just like scamper around,
Yeah.
Sure.
and look down the sides and
You look down everything. All right, so you're gonna roll for it.
I mean, sure.
Sure, go for
I'm
it.
just trying to figure out how do people get into this car.
That's what we need to know. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That
how we
is
got this
-6,
Oh,
Like-
God.
which
Please don't.
We should switch your dice.
ingenious, scientific prodigy, encyclopedic knowledge, timely insight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 5, 10, 12, -6 is
6. So you scamper around and you look, and this thing like is so featureless. Like this thing was built to be an armored car. There are no
Yeah.
windows. There are only 2 doors, one in the front, one in the back. There are the rungs that you saw. The doors have handles on them, but no obvious locking mechanism, like I've said. And the only thing that you can see that like is any sort of feature is there's a tiny lip around the roof, the seal, like what you're standing on, and the walls. So there
Okay.
seems to be a seam
Like a seam.
there, but that's it. Like it is,
So
it
we
is
gotta-
very much.
We gotta crack it open like a can.
Yeah, you gotta get one of those like twisty things and like.
Yeah.
We could also investigate the other side of this car.
He ran all
Oh,
the
he
way
did.
around.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I ran around the
Maybe-
top.
Is there a door? on the
There's a
other
door on the
Well,
other
that's
side.
Front.
Door on each side, and they have handles. No obvious locking mechanism.
Is there
side?
like
Have we tried to open them?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there like an outdoor space on the front of the car where one could stand
Yes.
and be a majestic figurehead for the?
So there's the engine in front of this car.
Oh! There's a whole other car.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, there's the engine, which is like
Yeah.
like even bigger than a car, and it's
It
crazy.
does engine stuff.
And it's got a
Did you, when
Like
you were
Iron Man.
investigating ways into this, did you try one of the handles?
I
when you
haven't
were
even
looking
been
around?
off the roof yet.
yeah. You just walk
I'm
around.
just on the roof.
Yeah, like
So no, I have not.
Okay.
I've not attempted that.
Cool.
I don't want to go in there by myself.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll keep. My attention now is on the
Just
ship.
short circuit.
I want to know what's happening with this ship.
Yeah.
That is hovering. I'm just gonna hang it.
Okay. So top of the round. I think that's it for everybody, right?
Yes.
And we
So-
are all onto the new car, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
I
all there.
shield bash the the coupler.
All right, so yeah, you come in and you see it, and you're just like, okay, here we go. And yeah, yeah, go for it.
You rolled a 38.
30. Wow, doesn't matter.
Come on, you're really gonna make her roll. Come on.
-2. Boom, boom. 8, 19, 14.
14.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you come in with your shield and you just like jam it into the coupling.
Yeah.
And
With a sharpened edge.
yeah, and it like you feel it shudder under there, and you think like, oh no, like I didn't quite do it. But so you like back up and like re-hit it, and then you feel it finally kind of like shudder and give way.
Okay.
And so it starts to recede. Right when you do that, the guys who were prying the doors open on the guard car have finally succeeded. They reach some sort of like local maximum, and it like goes into the open position. And so behind that door is a firing squad, and they're all looking right at the back of this car. So who is still back there? It's you, and you, right?
There's a shield.
There is a shield.
I
Yes, yeah.
hold the line.
It's whole time to hold the line.
Yeah.
I saw take cover behind you.
Yeah,
Take
it's
cover
a
behind
big
the shield.
shield.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, so another energy for me to.
yes. If you're gonna try to like
Yes.
use this as a
Yep.
reaction to like do that, and then your guys, imagine like
I mean, there's just like here, and then we
Yes,
both.
yeah, we need to for that.
yes, yeah, you like because they were waiting for this. They had a prepared action.
I'm using my patented be far away technique.
Man, that one. I feel like everyone needs to use that one. I feel like that one is like really
Underrated.
solid.
Do we?
Underrated.
What would we? I mean, we're just like, oh look, that's happening. Walk behind Jenny. Like, what are we really trying to skill do here? Do I?
Yeah, so
It's hard for me to pick that too.
yeah, just like it is going to be a pretty easy check.
Okay.
So just like anything like
Roll-
that's combat
roll
related,
hurry up type of
yeah,
thing?
hurry up, yeah,
Yeah,
but also
okay.
like combat preparedness. So like close quarters works just because you're ready to go. Blue collar also works, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
You do have to get
Yeah,
behind the
I'm
shield
8 to
before they start shooting.
And I'm going
Yeah,
to.
so
I'm not
fast.
going to use juice,
Be
but if
quick,
I
be
don't
fast.
make,
Yeah.
then that will help me. Would juice help me?
Oh, juice would absolutely help you. It makes you more reactive and it makes you move faster. Absolutely.
So
Okay.
this is sort of a collective thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
So should I add team tactics?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. You get team tactics.
How about this? This is classic riot cop stuff. Do I add
Oh, yeah.
crowd control?
No.
Okay.
No. Wait, is crowd control a skill or is it an ability?
Both team tactics and crowd control are skills.
I would say yes then, because it is broader. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Use my
31.
robo hand.
So 35 wasn't a joke, apparently. So
31.
what?
31. This is all that I do.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, we're gonna make sure that there's a wall here that
I
wasn't
have
there
no problem
before.
with it. I just think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And so you guys all hunker down. Have you rolled?
Dodging fire, slim rat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That and spur dog, and then no, I'm gonna take a whole lot more. Maybe handsome rogue will apply. Here.
Nope. No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say-
yeah.
They'll actually draw their attention to you.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, look at that man. Wow.
And
Yeah.
Jenny gets everyone's bonuses.
2.
2 total?
2 plus 2.
2 plus 2, so 4.
Well, I think this is just kind of learning about how this system works. Whereas like before, when I put a fighter's skill down as like knight,
Yeah.
kind of applies to a lot of things.
Sure,
Whereas
yeah.
this, when I say shooting instead of like gunfighter,
Yeah.
then I don't apply it to any type of fighting except the actual shot.
Yes,
So
yeah,
I think it's
because
kind of
yeah,
like,
that's the difference between an ability and a skill. So yeah, like
Well,
a skill is
no, I mean like even in a skill, like here if I
shoot
put
smoother. Yeah,
as opposed to calling it gunfighter,
Yep.
then I put that into movement. I think it's just kind of like something we're learning there.
But
Right?
Yeah.
it shifted down.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
so I would say yeah,
No.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah,
yeah, I see what you
with the
mean.
bar brawler versus the close quarters.
Yeah, it's that type of thing
Yeah,
where it's like, yeah, flavor word bad for effective. You know, it just gives you less options. Yeah,
yeah. I would say yeah.
I think that's kind of what I'm feeling a little bit. But
Let's talk about that later. I've got an idea about that.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I got a 12.
Got a 12. Great.
Yes.
So you're able to duck behind very easily.
all right.
You, I would say that you're like.
We're getting we're out there a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You're a
got a
little
little
out there, a
like-
little bit there. So
Just
you,
pinky finger.
yeah.
When
So what was the
you're
thing?
31,
Yeah.
I grab him by the hair.
Okay, I mean, like you did, like.
Let me get shot.
So,
No.
so because I rolled decently,
Yeah.
she kind of moves towards him, and I get behind her as she's trying to say.
So yeah. Oh, you use him as cover.
Actually-
like,
Well, I'm just saying, I
I can't grab you because I have one hand on the ladder.
Can I grab
Yeah.
him? It's part of my role.
Yours isn't high enough.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm able to position the shield too.
Yeah, I would say that you take like half damage. So
Okay.
you
Sure.
get winged and you take a
Yeah.
3, right? And so like they're firing downrange and they just pepper this whole thing. But you've got this big old nasty riot shield, which has seen better days at this point. But
Yeah,
those were
it's
long
taking a
ago,
beating.
and so it's taking a beating. You make it out. You take 3 damage, and
Right.
you're able to like hunker down. So you are watching. Are you still watching the thing?
I mean, I hear the volley of fire. I turn to see that the train has disconnected. I go, great.
yeah.
One more threat. So I'm pretty well focused on it.
All right, so all at once, the rectangle that has like now cleared the bottom of the ship, it just drops. It just falls, just and it hits the top of the car, and it lands right there in front of you. And
How much of the space does it take up on the top of the car?
not a ton,
Okay.
like about the size of this table.
Sure.
Yeah, so it lands, and you look at it. Would you like to make an identify check? You will get some information, even if you don't.
Just at a glance, how
Yeah.
how nuanced is the surface of this thing?
It's like a whole bunch of it looks almost like a whole bunch of cloth bags put together, like sandbags.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love to inspect
Alrighty.
it and
Oh,
use my
this is a defensive platform.
use my
Falling
vast
out.
knowledge of
Or-
things.
I'd go with the dog.
No,
Maybe.
it's a sandbag person.
-2.
Minus a sandbag.
But 3, 5,
Sandbag.
10,
This kind
Scientific
11,
property.
12. So 10.
10. All right, so you're looking at it, and your training doesn't help you a ton with this, but your time as a scoundrel does. You're looking at it, and you're like, oh, those aren't sandbags. Those are, like, reinforcements against, like, explosions. What's under those sandbags is C4.
They're
So
gonna be
it's a shaped charge.
Yes.
It's a shaped charge.
Jank as heck.
Yeah, no, it's a handmade shaped charge.
At least it's shaped.
Let's all hang on to the end.
Yeah, they're supposed to make the explosion go down.
Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie.
Someone's stealing our booty.
How close is he to the...
Yeah, how close are
I
you?
would say 10 feet.
Boy, I would like to be more than 10 feet.
Patented get out of the way technique.
I'm just gonna go over the front side
Yeah.
and just climb down the ladder as
It's
quickly
whoa!
as quickly as I can. Just get low on the
All
car.
right.
You could try the door while you're down there. Just
I'll
for fun.
think about that.
Like on
you
the
want to
way.
open a door, and then there's going to be C4 blast coming out?
Yeah, that's
You could do it afterwards.
Yeah,
seems
fair.
bad.
This seems like a situation for a sturdy grip.
No, yeah, like a really tight,
Strong
strong
grip.
grip.
Yeah.
We don't need to bring attributes into this. I'm just climbing a ladder.
Yeah, Shut up. If he runs the numbers, I fall off the train. We need to just use our intuition here. All right, so
Your dainty little bed.
you all hear this thing drop. So the gunfire is receding because this train is really cooking over the countryside, and that means that the moment any car is detached, it starts to recede very quickly. You see over on top of the car, on the other side, a man in a suit standing, and he's like looking out over at you, and damn it if he isn't smiling and waving. That,
So Jax is like a immortal trickster guy.
that rat, Jack Throckmorton. He's up there. He's like, "Hey guys!" And he's just like receding into the.
Where are the guards?
Oh, the guards are all looking out the door at you.
Okay.
And they're all firing, but it's getting less and less.
They're
So
okay
they don't
with
even
Jax.
see who
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
not
they
vibing?
don't. Yeah. So,
That scoundrel.
and the black woman comes that you shot at
Called
last
Lumpy.
session. The black lieutenant. She comes
Yeah.
stumbling out, and she's like holding her chest, and she was black the whole time.
I do recall that.
Yeah, and she's holding her chest and she's like yelling at them and like making and pointing, and like some people are getting on comms and some stuff is happening. And she like looks out the door and she's like yelling and pointing up at the ship that's like hovering over where you guys are. You do all notice that the train's now going faster because it lost most of its weight.
Bye.
Got it.
Oh, I would love to radio and tell them that there's a giant explosive on top of the car.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh, hey guys.
I should probably do that.
Yeah, so you all become aware of the explosive. we are out of, well, you can all do something.
Can I try to open the door?
Yes, so you wheel around and you're like,
Before the
"Alright."
Yeah.
You try to, it doesn't.
Okay, all right. Just
I will, while I dangle from holding firmly
Hurled firmly.
to the ladder.
I am going to do that.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out a Medigel syringe,
Yeah.
dart, and just jam it into my wounded thigh.
Yeah, okay. So
to,
yeah.
to just clear my wound.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
You clear.
everybody took damage except the tank.
That's
I'm
how the
vibing.
system. That's how the system expresses tanks. Is that you?
Cool.
Because you have 30. Everyone has 36 health. You just take less damage because you
And
are
because
armored
of
and
how
crazy.
strong
And, yeah.
this has been working for you, take none.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
So
I am going to hold on with my robot hand
Okay.
because he said explosion.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you you hold on and you hunker
we all
down.
brace for an
Okay.
impact.
So you brace for impact. You don't.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
So I think we're all. This is the move.
Yeah.
You jump off the ledge, you hold on, you
Yeah.
try to avoid most of the
Yeah,
blast.
yeah.
I'm gonna make a request here and see what you think of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I took my magnetic palm and magnetic holster.
Yeah.
They work together to just draw the shooter faster.
Yeah.
Do you think magnetic palm could hold on to metal objects
Yeah.
better?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd
Okay.
say so. Yeah.
Can we apply to that?
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you're all holding on and bracing for impact.
Is that
So-
energy? We rolling for that?
Oh no, we are not in a combat scenario right now. We've left.
Okay.
Do we need to roll for?
No, you all just hunker down.
Class?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just-
okay.
I don't think we're
Yeah.
super close to the
Yeah, you're not. So this is a shaped charge. It's a very specific job.
It's gonna rock the car pretty hard.
That's gonna rock the car pretty hard. So yeah, so
Let's put some arms around Cornelius while we're holding.
Cornelius is
I
on
mean,
the other end.
I'm on the far side of the car.
Far side of the car.
Yeah.
I'd like to start preparing my speech for Cornelius.
My eulogy for Cornelius.
I will roll
That's my reaction. I prepare my eulogy.
To pray for.
You let go.
So
I'm just gonna lock an elbow. And
Yeah.
just-
So, it's just there's just a beat of silence. I mean, it's not silence. There's death metal, but it's like
Kind of
and there's and then you kind of because most of you are on drugs, and you hear this enormous sound, and it rocks the train, and you all kind of stumble around a bit. No one is really in imminent danger of falling off. If they had shaped the charge so that you would fall off, they would have shaped the charge so that the train would derail. So that wasn't really the point. So there's this explosion and this belching black smoke out of the top of the train, out of the top of the car, and then you. Okay, so what do you do now?
I
There's just,
immediately bust my butt up the ladder.
Okay,
to
so you
get
start
to
getting up the ladder and to try to look.
I've got a plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just-
You,
I'll just
we got
let
this.
you know, if anyone has any ideas to take down this ship, now would be the time.
Yeah.
I come back on the radio. I've got it. We're not gonna take it down. It's our ride out. Someone come help me.
Very good.
Oh, that was good you said that because I have some stuff to
Just
take.
gonna shoot it down.
I specifically have a hatchet that would be great to go into a turbine.
Yeah,
and
throw
I
it
know
into
exactly where to throw it.
You can do that if you think that's a
And I can punch things real good.
So
Don't
that's my
punch the
backup plan.
turbine. Don't.
If Booty starts leaving,
Then we can crash. You can crash.
then I can crash it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'll just
I'm
use my hatchet.
just gonna go tell them that we work for Jax. And we're helping.
It's
just
a
gonna go. Yeah.
I'm just gonna scurry up the ladder and just peek.
Yeah. You're peeking. You're looking. All right. So everyone's
I feel
busting
because
their
I'm
butts
so-
in, except for
breaking the door.
That just.
Oh,
works
you're
so
trying to-
well.
I'll drink
So blue collar, X out. Everything is X out by my wound.
That's so
there.
great.
Mechanic is 5, so that's 9. And then I have my
Indeed.
robot hand.
Not typically a fan of
Well-
the anthropomorphic characters, but this one.
Does Juice help me with this?
Ears and fifth helmet. You won me over.
Yeah, 2
You
grams.
won my heart.
You're thinking real clearly. It's like caffeine high. You're okay.
And I'm going to
here
use
we
my break-in. So I'm
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
Don't forget my plan. You guys are more optimized to.
And
do
it's
it.
17.
You don't need me. Do it.
Well, I'm just going to get in the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
So you're you
My plan is
take
not
the
gonna
seal and you get in between the seal and stuff, and
You're
you
gonna do it.
If I use my drill, I get another.
well, just for flavor, it doesn't matter. You do make either way. So you're able to get in there, and you realize very quickly that the explosion knocked out the power in the car. So any mechanism that was holding this door
Yeah.
shut is now just a
Oh,
physical
right.
mechanism, and you're able to like just get your elbow
Oh,
in
got
there,
it.
and you're just like boom, and then and the
Okay,
door
okay.
starts to slide open. So meanwhile, you're getting on top of the car.
I'm gonna yell I'm in.
What are you doing? Are you
Yeah.
going through the door or up the car?
I hacked the door. I'm in.
So this thing is, it still has walls up around.
Yeah.
And we could go in the door, or it's just like open on the
There's
top.
just
and
there's
it's
just this
open.
there's just this hole.
As we're climbing up to like be able to go in either one
Yeah.
of those directions, if I look up, do we see into the ship?
Yes.
What do I see in there?
All right. So that's the next thing that's the next plot point I'm doing. So if you want to be looking, you can be looking.
I want to be seeing if there's someone that I will be able to talk to. if
So yeah,
I
there's
go
a figure up there. You
instead
don't
of
know
going
who it
with,
is. Yeah.
you know.
There's a figure up in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I try to scrape and talk to him now, or wait for your next beat?
So
Like,
she
just
is.
for your
There's a person up there in the ship. You can't talk to that person right now, so long as they're up there, because they're too far away.
And
If I scurry up on top of
turbine.
the thing,
Yeah.
can I? Will I be close?
I'm
enough?
also
the ship
running
is hovering
up, so
a decent.
You're running up with
Yeah.
me.
Okay, sure. I'll go with you.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah. So two people up top. We got you going in the door.
Yep.
You are
Put
just
the fighters up top and the techies
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
That works.
So, dropping out of the ship, comes a figure. They come down on like kind of a rappelling line, and kind of all at once, like mostly just falling.
Not nearly as cool as Cat.
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
And it comes down, and she lands, and if Jax is a bastard, Isabel is a problem.
Isabel, you say?
Yeah,
Oh.
Isabel von der Terre.
How many space puns does she have?
Space Mountains. Oh. She's got it like back in a ponytail. Highly trained, effective, and ruthless. Isabel minces meat much more readily than she minces words. You've run into her before, as in before Gallant 3. She's an operator that works as a hired gun in these parts, but you doubt she's ever been to Gallant 3 before. So she's in this region, but not on this planet. She wears some manner of paramilitary fatigues, with a full-headed helmet, but moves with the casual elegance of a dancer. She's a crack shot with a long gun or sidearm, and getting mixed up with her is just asking to get your head handed to you. So, Isabel has landed, and she
Just
isn't...
her?
Yeah, she just lands, and she isn't even stopping to look at you guys. She's immediately whipping around, and she's gonna jump into the hole.
I jump in after her.
All right, so you go tumbling.
Can,
You
can,
run
I,
under, jump.
can I react to
Yeah.
her coming down?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I just want to take one shot. I'm not
Let's clarify just so that we have context.
Yeah.
What is our relationship with her?
So you know her from underground things. You've never worked with her before. She is extremely efficient and like takes no BS. You don't have a bad relationship.
Have we
with
ever
her.
met?
You've seen her in places.
So this is where we would know her and she wouldn't know us.
She
Well,
might
like
be
you're saying-
aware of you. You're aware of her.
Okay.
What?
I thought you were,
You know her
Okay.
you know of her from before.
Okay.
Off of Gallant 3.
but she's clearly here to take our booty.
Yeah, she's a higher rung of operator than the jobs you pulled. She's like something
Yeah.
special.
That's
Like
because we're working for Cornelius.
she would not sign on with Cornelius.
I couldn't afford her due to the rope that she's lowering in on so that she drops.
Oh, okay.
And then you're in a better spot to do whatever you're going to do because she's been falling through the air. That's all.
Okay, go for it. Try.
Cool.
I mean, this sounds like a great place for another paralysis dart.
Yeah.
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 Well,
You
I'll
can.
just
Do it.
Climb up over and
All right. So you kind of lift yourself up and get
Yeah.
sided up on her.
I agree.
break. Minus
That's got
2.
it, man. You gotta flip these.
Gone. Right in the vitals. Gun. 7.
7. The shot goes wide. You shoot and it she's like coming down. Well, I guess it goes wide either way. Yeah. She's like coming down on the rope, and the wind from the train just kind of takes it and
Dang it.
goes off. How
Can
much
we
you
make
go?
it to where
Plus
she
15.
doesn't know
Plus
that
15.
happened at all? It's not
Yeah,
a
I mean, like
gunshot?
it's just like an air rifle. So
With all
like,
the noise.
she doesn't know at all. So you draw and you
You
shoot
introduce yourself
at
right
the
after.
Yeah.
rope. You use your long gun. So you go, and So you shoot at the rope. It's a very small
It is.
rope, right? It's a repelling rope. And that bullet goes wide too. You get close, but it skims right next to it. And she comes down and she looks over at you guys and immediately turns on her heel and just like jumps down, like leaps into the hole.
I jump after her and I want to punch her.
All right, so you come running up and you're this big old tank against this like cat woman. She's not literally a cat woman. She's or even the superhero, but she is she is just this thing. So she's just a person. So you go jump in after her, right? So you jump down, and you land. Are you gonna try to hit her on your way down, or are you gonna try to...
Whatever is most feasible.
Yeah.
If I'm like on her as I'm falling in, then yeah, I'll reach out and snap her.
All right, so you just jump down, and you're gonna come down with like a big old falcon punch and try to hit her. All right. So she gets like you watch her land, and her stance goes wide,
and this shadow just slowly turns on her.
You could trap her against the wall with your shield.
I mean, I'm gonna punch her.
Yeah.
So she, you see her stance go wide, and then immediately starts to move to the left.
Okay. Well, I rolled a -7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Splendid. Dude, she's adding somewhere in the realm of 30.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay, so these cancel out, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. So you come down, and your fist comes right to where her head was going to be.
Yeah.
And she has like danced to the side and has like landed in the kind of like what looks like almost a casual stance off to your left as your fist comes down. What?
Destroy the ship. Destroy the ship. I went in bed.
I don't know if we're in like proper like combat. Can I try to punch her again?
Are we in energy again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So since you're engaging in combat, yes, you are going to be in energy again. She's gonna act first, because you just acted. If you really want to try to act at the same time, you can go at a strict speed off with her.
I feel like I might lose that.
I feel like you're probably right.
Okay.
So she turns and immediately does two things. One, she pulls her revolver and like lets 2 shots go at you, and then the other hand like lets something go, like just like reaches down her into a belt and throws something off into the corner of the room. So what are you going to react? Or are you going to let that happen, or what?
Well, I'm gonna get shot. I've got some damage reduction. I mean, I'm not going to take the time to try and actively defend her
so
because she's going for our booty.
Our booty.
So if I have a space to react as one normally would when someone else acts in combat, I want to try to punch her again.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to go on the offensive?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So she has already rolled. That's fine. I did it without consulting you. And you don't know the result, so that's fine. So go ahead and try to swing her.
Okay. 0.
0.
Plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Add anything else? Can I add crowd control?
No.
Okay.
A crowd of 1?
Yeah.
You need at least 3. 3 is a crowd, right? That's the rule.
He's a crowd.
So to his company, to his official
18.
18?
Yeah.
All right, so you come up at her, and she pulls her gun, and she lets two rounds fly. You feel them bury themselves in your shoulder. But you're like a moving mountain, and so you're like coming down on her anyway. Like, this is built like a tank or something.
Yeah.
If you come down with her with your fist, so she does a total of 15 damage.
Okay, so that's reduced by my shield.
Yeah.
By my
Well, you don't have your shield in front of you.
I was thinking I did never let go of it. That I would have it in one hand.
Right, but the shield, the way it works is it has to be an active use defensive item.
So I've got my tactical armor and built like a tank with that damage reduction.
Yeah.
I assume combat training would not be damage reduction.
Yes, no, it would.
Oh, it would. Okay,
yeah.
so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wouldn't that be?
If you're actively using it?
Isn't that an?
I am in combat.
Yeah.
I think you've just kind of been doing that as like you have to actively
Like
dodge
you wouldn't add
Yeah, you wouldn't. You're right.
Dodger.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like,
You're taking my shiny toy away.
yeah.
Okay, then no.
So
Yeah.
just built like a tank
Yeah.
and tactical. So I have 3 damage reduction.
Okay. So you drop
Maybe
from 15
Scrappy
to
Street
12.
Kid. I think we added that last time.
Yeah, Scrappy Street Chat.
Okay.
You've taken hits. Yeah.
So final answer: 5 damage reduction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that means that you are at 10. You've
Okay.
taken 10 damage. That means a wound for 3. Yeah, a wound for 3, and it's gunshot wounds to the shoulder. Meanwhile, you are able to land this hit. Yeah.
I tased
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. How many tases is that now?
This is 3. I
Yeah.
have 1 left.
You have 1 left. Okay. So you come down on her with your fist, and you're able to catch her, like in a body blow. And so she stumbles back. And how much damage do you do on that?
It would have been my full modifier, which was 18 because I rolled a 0.
Cap. Okay. Yeah. So so she takes some damage from that, but is able to resist some. She takes a wound and is tased.
Okay.
Tased.
So I think that would have been 2 of my energy. Is the booty, is it within obvious like eye line of sight for me now that I'm inside of this car?
Speaking of line of sight.
Okay.
So the thing she let go
Yeah, I was
goes
wondering.
tumbling off into the side of the train, and then there's like an enormous sound, a huge boom, and there's like a bright flash, and you like your vision blurs out.
Okay.
Like and then the rest of you who aren't in the car start to see white smoke billow up out of all of the car. And so there's just like the room fills with smoke almost instantaneously. So she is moving. You didn't get a chance to look around the car. The electricity was out, like we said, so none of the lights are on. So it's dark in there.
Those damn light
Yeah,
switches.
it's
What?
probably full of smoke already from
Yeah.
the explosion, and now
Yeah,
it's
now it's
more
full of other smoke in there.
But she is tased, so as
Yeah.
far as I know, at least she's
Sure.
down for like maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe she's not, but that's what I think.
yeah.
In my handyman kit, I would like to pull out a headlamp.
Okay, yeah, give it a shot. Yeah.
Which I did say
Yeah.
earlier I had put some goggles on. So I have goggles on, and I'm going to put a headlamp. So should I roll for... How do I roll for this? Do I just
You roll
roll
using
with my kit?
your
Just
kit.
plus
Yeah, just
3?
your kit. Yeah, okay. And I will set the mod based on who you want to be person.
I got a 1.
A 1 total?
Yeah.
All right, so you forgot to pack your headlamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curses.
That's how I
But it's not an energy. It's not. You know that you
Feels
don't
like-
have your headlamp, so
Oh,
you
okay.
don't use an energy. You can do something now if you would like. You don't have to. You like this is just to roll to check.
So I don't have
So-
any lighting things at all. Like, okay.
Yeah. No.
Not that that would really help you in a
fog.
Yeah.
Filled.
It's not
smoke
dark.
filled-
Headlamp, if there's smoke or something, like firefighters use headlamps.
Sure. Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah. 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 I mean, it's better than nothing. Absolutely. Like it does do something.
But
I'm gonna head in the dark then because I'm juiced and.
Okay.
I
It's like
think
here we
that-
go. We gotta move. Yeah.
So, do we have any idea what we're going for? Or what size
you
it
know
is?
what the size it is,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be in a distinctive red and chrome case.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just peeking over after the explosion, we did see a red and chrome case.
Everybody who didn't jump in like a crazy person, but was looking in, meaning you and you, saw a red chrome case like at the far side.
Yeah.
So near the front of the train.
So where I am.
Yeah. So round
Okay.
you. Yeah.
we
Okay.
gotta
But it's on top of
get it out of
the
here.
train. The chrome case.
No, the chrome case is inside of the that's your
In-
target.
in the
That's where
car,
you're going. In the car. Yeah.
And size, please. Could I pick it up?
With some difficulty.
Okay.
It's like this big.
All right. So it'd be like a
Yeah. Yeah.
quite a tote for me.
You could also calm me.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just like, what do I do? I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Okay, so I think this is a good communication moment here. So
Mhm.
I guess attempting to shoot the rope was probably an energy,
Mm-hmm.
and then tell me what the reasonable energy cost is for the beat I want to give you here.
Mhm.
So just quietly enough on the comms to like directing down like to Cornelius so he knows where the case is.
Yeah.
Because you said you were inside, right?
I'm
So-
not inside.
He's not inside,
I'm
he's
up top.
Oh, I thought us two were the. No, you're the. So you see it. So we're
I
the
saw
two
it,
that know.
yeah.
Those are the two that don't.
No, you saw it. So you two saw it. He was looking through the door, which he'd opened.
So
You were
everybody
looking
knows
at the
where it
hall.
is except me.
Oh,
And
okay.
he doesn't know where it is at all.
Why not?
I guess you were looking.
I was just
downward.
looking.
Just-
okay, yeah, you were.
So you're on top of the train?
I'm on top of the train on the
You
front.
three
I
know.
thought you were in the front of the train.
Yeah,
you
so
three know
this is
you
the
don't.
only one.
Yeah.
So the ladies
went
are
in blind.
fighting, and
Yeah.
the boys are getting the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Ain't
So
that
I'll-
the truth?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see her and know that this is like I know the legends.
Yeah.
So I think my plan to try to talk to them and like convince them that we're sent by Jax is
Yeah.
not gonna work.
No, they're not dumb.
So I'm like, it's not gonna work. Maybe it'll just buy time. So I'll tell Jimmy like quietly enough on the comms, like, scratch that, knock the bird out of the sky, and I'll start reloading my guns.
Yeah.
And then call out more loudly to her. Wait! Are you? Did Jax send you? Us too. I'll just try to.
Okay, so since I didn't get
Yeah.
a flashlight, then if that happens first, then I won't head into the car.
Okay, yeah,
If he talks
yeah,
to
no,
me.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am going to ready
Yeah.
my hatchet.
Okay, so you get it ready. Are you going to try to just go ahead and take it down? Is that what you're doing?
That is realistically what we would do in this moment, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Take what down
The bird.
Oh, yeah.
The osprey.
Yeah.
Um,
So I am going to use.
Can I roll my?
yes, please go
Okay,
ahead.
cool.
Yeah.
So I'll take two, maybe.
You can also roll if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what he was doing, so
He's
I'm wondering.
just trying to buy you time, trying to
Okay,
distract.
very
Yeah.
cool. I was like, do I need to wait for that to happen before? Is it a chain reaction?
It probably won't affect the evasive maneuvers of the bird.
Okay.
Probably not.
This is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to need your help to add with
Okay.
because it's a mechanic action and
Yeah.
it's a violent action.
Sure. So I would say son of a gun and mechanic and any blue collar and
Not close quarters.
Not
so this
close
is
quarters,
more
no.
mechanic.
Yeah.
What about sabotage?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then I'm going to use my hatchet, which is a +2.
Yeah.
So this is well, I'm just like reloading the tube, and
So
let's put a speed flip in the gun. This is the roll to basically do just like the quick talk con of like,
Sure,
wait,
yeah,
same
yeah,
side, same
yeah.
side.
Moments
That's
of-
a 16.
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, wait, everybody stop, sorry. I didn't
Yes. Okay. So I mean, it's just a roiling mass of white smoke down there,
Yeah.
and so you can't tell really if it's landing or not.
there's the
but you're-
attempt.
But yeah, that's the roll. I've got the result in mind.
Good,
Great.
And then,
Yeah.
having seen the case,
Yeah.
while all this is happening,
Yeah.
I'm just going to drop in
Okay.
and try and get over to the case.
All right. Scurry
Like,
over.
stealthily, maybe like.
Yeah, so stealthy. I'm
So
real
you-
good at stealth.
I think you getting automatic stealth from the Swiss bomb being small. It's like contextual.
I can roll, but
Yeah.
I cannot really add anything. Context, save me. -2.
-2.
Switch your dice.
You need to
Let's
switch
do.
these though.
No, not. I might switch them next time, but not this time. Not accepted.
All right.
Please continue.
quick question.
Yeah.
When my wound,
Yeah.
is that a -1 to
Yes.
things? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because that's how I've been playing it. So
Yeah.
just for some reason, when I heard you say a 3 wound
Yeah.
for Jenny, I was like, what did I get?
different wounds, different.
Yeah, gotcha. So I'm just
different
making. I
magnitudes, yeah.
figured that was it. I just wanted to make sure I'm rolling it right. Okay, so I will have a -1 then for my arm because
Okay,
I
yeah,
am
yeah.
throwing it, and it is my right arm. So the son of a guns cancels out. Okay, cool. So 4, the 5 for the mechanic, and then my sabotage 12. 14. Okay.
-9 and
15.
10. 15.
Wow,
Wow,
I'm
15.
using 2 energy.
Yeah, so you like cock back and you're like, okay, we got one shot at this, which is probably untrue, but you want to say it. And so, you're just like, and then you throw it and you just,
Oh, juice.
yeah, juices. Yeah, absolutely. 15, gotta get that juice. 18. So the ship, like the
Thank you, Cordelia.
axe comes flying up. And the ship does this dip to try to get out of the way. Like there's some sort of evasive maneuver that happens, but it doesn't matter. You hear something, and then you see the ship kind of like do this thing. It's doing like this rocking terrible thing, and smoke starts bellowing out of the turbine. And so like it's not coming down yet, but something is going on in it. It's not okay. So and so that means that Isabel is going to do something.
In the smoke.
And you
where
guys don't get to know what it is.
You made your way over to the box, right?
Yeah, so
Can you go ahead and take the box out the door?
I'll grab another die.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
just call the bike and call the bike, throw the box on the bike, and then don't tell anyone, and we'll stay here.
I'm clearly not very stealthy.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
clink and clatter across the room. But I do I get to the right place?
So you start heading for the box,
Yeah.
and you scramble through, and everything's been knocked asunder and stuff
Yeah.
because like there was an explosion, and you peer through the smoke and you swipe it away, and you see the box, and then Isabel steps into your view, and she is moving very low to the ground, and her arm comes up out of the smoke and just scoops up the box, and she turns to walk away with it. So she's moving extremely fast.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
I would like to get out
She doesn't seem to see you, by the way.
my big game scalpel,
Meaning a machete.
which is a machete.
I'm catching up. I'm like,
Oh
what?
my goodness.
And try to hit her. That's kind of all I've got at this point. So I
Did he even know he's there?
let's see.
That she's not reacted in any way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get her in the kidney
Yeah.
as she's not looking at me.
Or the knee.
Which is like high.
Ooh, hamstringer, yeah.
I'm going for right in the vital so I can
Yeah.
have
Oh,
that.
fair.
I know.
Achilles tendon, you know.
Oh, don't talk about that.
Oh, damn it. You gotta.
Hey, did you ever think about switching the dice?
No, he showed. Yeah, some fucking on the red.
I didn't say I was doing it, so it's a minor.
Oh, red.
Pinpoint precision.
It's like 10 times in a row.
Pinpoint precision right in the vitals,
Yeah.
and big game scalpel for 2.
Okay.
So total of, wouldn't you know, 6.
All right. So you come up behind her with your machete, and she turns and tries to sweep your leg out from under you. She tries to kind of horse kick you, and she is able to hit you hard enough that the machete gets pushed wide.
Okay.
But you don't go down. You kind of stumble backwards.
Okay.
And she just keeps moving forward. So she's just sprinting through the car. So she has evaporated back into the smoke. She's running through this darkness. So who would like to act?
I want to hit her, but I don't know where
You
she
don't
is.
know where she is.
Yeah.
So you're going to be hitting at a very high DC to hit her.
Just close off an exit. So
Yeah.
Can that be the noise Jenny makes?
Just try to get in her way.
Yeah.
Where do you think she's going?
Can I?
Because
Is
there's
it
the rope-
possible
the
for
rope
me
she
to
came
get
down, right?
back up through the hole?
You can try to get back up. It's as high as this
'Cause,
ceiling. It's
like,
a 6-foot ceiling, and so
there's
you
a-
can try to jump up.
I can.
You are
so
6 foot or whatever. It's an 8-foot ceiling, but yeah, you're 6 foot.
Could I jump up, get through the hole, and then clang my shield down to block her exit?
Yes. So start to climb up. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So go ahead and roll to climb up out of this place. Yeah.
Well, then she's coming towards me.
So there's two.
But the ship is
Kind of-
going down, right?
There's two kind of. It's not going down necessarily. It's kind of unstable. We'll see how that develops.
Yeah.
But so there's two ways to get out. Unless
Yes,
you're extremely
yeah.
acrobatic. There's the climbing back up the rope that she came down,
Yeah.
and leaving through the door that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
created, and then up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two ways that she can escape. Except
Yeah.
she's a cat person, so she can probably.
2 doors, 1 up. Right?
But one of the doors is still closed.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to open.
The
Okay.
front door has not been opened, so
Yeah.
we would know if she went through that one.
So
5
5.
to jump up.
Okay. Total.
Yes.
Yes.
totally.
Okay. So you kind of lift up with one arm and you start to pull yourself up, and you are
Unless you're gonna let me add modifiers for my shield.
no.
Okay, then yeah. But
Yeah. So because putting down your shield is easy so long as you can get up there. But you're this big old tank person, and so doing a pull up is pretty hard. And so
That's
you
true.
you start to pull yourself up, and you get halfway up, and
genuinely.
you feel
don't ask that question.
you hear something some clanging behind you, and then you
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
You would have survived asking that question.
she
I think she'd almost be proud of it. Like, she's 250 strong, you know?
so you're lifting your way up, and as you get your head over the edge there, you feel something on your back, and it's actually on your hips, and you just for a moment it pushes down real hard, and then as you look over your shoulder, you see Isabel jumping up, using you as a step to get up out of the car, and she kind of pushes herself back up and rolls on the top of the train. And
That's
so she's
just
got
So
the thing.
disrespectful.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Jenny respects it immensely.
So yeah. Oh man. So it's like, that's the person I want to be. Anyway, so Isabella's up there and she's like looking up at her ship and she's looking around at you guys and she's like, you can't tell because you wear this full head mask, but you can see the look of disdain on her
Oh.
costume. And she is like her ship is wobbling and she's like, who did this to my ship?
So, given this situation,
Yeah.
and that I don't think I'm really have anything I can do to help you bring this ship down anymore, but I see her climbing off of my friend
Yeah.
and going up here, I think this is a time to utilize a strong grip. And
Okay.
I'm going to jump on to this climbing situation and just try to grab a hold of her
Okay.
so that now she has to carry all of my weight and it's a lot harder for her to climb.
Okay.
That's the play right here. We just jump on and
So is she climbing the rope? Or is she
No,
now
she
standing?
like
on-
used the rope and pushed herself up, and she's like coming up off of Jen.
she's not still climbing the rope up to the ship.
No.
Oh.
She is like getting
Well,
up.
And that she is standing
Yeah,
on.
she's ended up on top of the car.
And Jenny is
My move makes
cross-eyed
sense.
fury.
Yeah.
She's climbing.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry about that.
different. I don't want to just go hug her. That's not really my move. Crazy cat
I
lady.
thought that you were going to like try to just tackle her to try to like keep her.
No,
on the
I thought
train.
she was climbing, and I was gonna just like make it impossible to climb up.
Damson is still trying to convince her they're on the same side.
It's just a, hey, Jax, right? Jax.
Jax.
Yeah. Yeah, Jax. Yeah.
So she is holding the payload
Yeah.
and seemingly doing so without much difficulty.
Yes.
Meaning she only has one
So
hand
it's-
to hold a gun.
Is it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at her side or is it in her?
I know.
She had it around her, like had an arm around it, and
Okay.
came up through, and now she like kind of got it at her.
Okay. I've got the.
Yeah.
We'll change the move. Then.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to use my quick draw skills
Okay.
and draw her gun.
Draw her gun from her.
Yeah, she only has one hand. I want to run over, firm grip her arm, and then draw her gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
this is awesome.
you come up and you try to grab her gun from her. All right.
I love
Roll
this.
for that.
Y'all make fun of the firm grip, but
Nobody makes fun of the firm grip.
not anymore. Oh man, what all am I gonna? Okay. This is a very slum rat fighting.
Oh, sure,
Really,
yeah.
absolutely. Dirty. Quick as a prairie dog for sure. Street, and then I guess it's not really a speeding move.
But it will be soon.
Can't let it go.
Can't let it go.
And she's
pun.
being disdainful. You're fueled by your fear.
Okay. Yes. In that case, you know.
I mean, it's a
Okay.
It's
All right.
that
Whatever.
would be cheating,
Yeah.
man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's a negative personality
tried.
trait. It's just trying to be funny. It's not. Okay. 3, but I do get.
Unless she also.
I'm
has
losing
gained
my stuff.
momentum.
Where is it?
Yeah. Unless she also has that. Yeah.
3. Got a pretty bad headache. That's just making it hard to track this right now. 2, 3, 5, and then. Would you say the thing? Would it? How does this magnet work? Does it help me draw her gun? Is it just linked my palm to my gun?
It would help. It's just a magnet. You can just activate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sweet.
Assuming the gun is metal.
Yeah.
The total gun.
3D printed guns do everything.
7.
I got it. I don't have it.
I need my
I
magic,
do have it.
my magic dice. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Bad.
My second die is what?
Well, I rolled a 0 there, plus 10.
Plus
So-
10.
Yep, that's plus 10.
So you go for her gun, and your fingers brush it, and
Grip her hand,
yeah.
then go for gun.
Which gun? Which hand?
The hand that's not on the box. The
Okay.
one that could draw the gun.
Yeah. So you
basically.
like grip her
So
hand,
it's
and you go
grip-
for the gun,
Grip first, then gun.
and her arm that is around the box just comes up and like cold cocks you inside of the head
with the
with
box.
the box. Yeah. Yeah. Just swings it around, just bots, and you go like tumbling to the left.
How is that possible? Isn't this thing pretty big?
It's pretty big. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's cumbersome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's Isabella von der Terre.
Okay.
She is someone. So
There
she
you go.
hits you,
No name.
and at that time, a rope Well, the rope is already hanging down, so she hits you, wheels around, leaps forward, grabs the rope, and like fastens it to part of her belt, and then like that starts to winch her up. So she's like starting to be pulled away by her ship.
Was I able to get any like partial success out of that? Like, am I able to like, even though I don't get the gun, am I able to hang on?
No, you got cool
Got
comments.
enough.
Yeah, she got hit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Are we doing rounds? Because I'm technically out of energy,
Yeah.
but I'd like to try and like grab her or punch her or something.
Okay.
She's active.
So
I'm not sure. I opened the door
Yeah.
after the explosion.
Yeah.
So does that mean that was part of this ring?
yes, yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then I have better.
yeah. Okay,
Because I used
I
to
have one additional energy, but I'm in a container full of smoke,
yeah.
and I
So you're going to use your energy to flail.
probably would need to leave the container first before I do anything.
All right. So
else.
do you want to use the like grab the rope and try to get up out of there?
Okay, so I was heading toward the box, and then she juked me.
Yeah.
So I'm on this side of the
Mhm.
container. Where's the rope?
It's near the center. So.
Okay, so I know approximately where it is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, you just like it's like the only source of light.
Here I go, attempting to climb again.
Well, you just grab onto the rope and it starts to winch up.
Oh.
And so you start going, oh!
The only thing you need,
Same rate, the one that
Same one. Yeah. It goes all the way down
the one that it would have been so great if I actually said her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in. So
paralyzed
unless
this
they
one.
had
top of the
fucking-
round, you can act. Yeah.
I didn't even
So
remember
she's being winched away. Like top of the round. Yeah.
So the one that went
I grabbed
past
the rope.
us.
Okay, so you pull yourself up and you reach over and you grab the rope.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to grab her, or are you just being winched
Well-
up with the rope?
I should say this. I don't want her to be able to just like cut it
Okay.
below her.
Yeah.
Is she like being carried away like she's up high now? Or could I feasibly like grab the rope above her?
She can't be too far
You
on
can't get above her, but she is within arm's reach. Her body is. Yeah.
it. Yeah, just take
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, if I grab her, I feel like she's a slippery little demon.
Launch yourself up and hang from the box.
Yeah.
Even better.
And she can. I don't care how strong she is. She can't hold the box with your entire body. All 250 pounds of Jenny.
Cannon! I did it!
We don't know.
I did it!
We don't know what her weight is.
Yeah.
Cannon!
Can I try to like get my shield into this as I jump and like with the shield try to like wedge the shield in between?
That would be very
Yeah.
hard. She's like holding it against her body. Like doing that would be very.
I'm
difficult.
discovering in real time that my modifiers are much less impressive when my fists and my shield are not involved.
Yeah, that's power gaming.
Yep.
Pit-
The
Yep,
cost
yep,
of being
yep.
specialized.
Yep.
You might get half your fist for
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
grip
grip,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Oh, let's not stop at half.
You might get all of your fists, maybe.
Yeah, I guess I will try that. I will just use I will crack my robotic fists and they echo menacingly,
Yeah.
and I jump and try to grab onto the box.
Okay. So you roll for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
-2. Scrappy Street Kid. Jump in,
Yeah,
grab
sure.
in.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So those cancel out. Built like a tank. Combat training.
Half.
Okay. Probably not crowd control or team tactics.
Nope.
This is a fisty thing. Talk with my fists.
No.
Okay.
No. You already get that for persuasion.
Yeah,
You
that's
didn't
fair.
attempt to.
So that's 5.
5.
Yep.
All right. So you jump up and you try to grab onto this box, and you have a little bit of trouble getting a grip, but you can feel her arm fighting you like against your weight.
Okay.
And so she is going to be able to react real quick. It's not technically a reaction because you.
So we're all at new energy, right?
Yes, yeah, you can all act together.
And I tased her, and it just did nothing.
Oh, it did something. Yeah, she's been taking it off on all of her rolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
So I want to ask how something would work.
Yeah.
With something that you could continuously do,
Mm-hmm.
like type of action, how would that work with making an attempt? If you're like, my character would just be trying to do this until it succeeds or he runs out of time. Would you just be like, I want to put one energy in, try. Okay, I want to try again. Do you say that's the beat and then just see how you roll?
So if you
How would
want to
that work?
just like do it to the nth degree, what you do is you
Yeah.
dump all your energy into it.
Okay.
And try to make that a guaranteed success.
Okay, that would be
numerically
the
it might
way
not
to-
work out, but like you.
Because I guess what I was thinking is like, if you just succeed right away, like I'm just thinking about as a character, and then you're just out of your, you know what I mean? Would it make more sense to make 3 tries versus make all of once?
The benefit to doing it all at once is that no one then gets to interrupt. Time doesn't move forward while you're attempting. You are attempting, and we resolve it. If
All
you're
at
trying to split it all, if you try to do just do all 3 energy at once. If you try to split it up, then people can react to each one. People can get in between,
mess up
mess up
everything.
what's happening. Yeah.
As we've looked up here. I looked up for people, and they're fighting. I couldn't see the smoke, so I've been kind of more up here, I guess.
Yeah.
Are there more people, more ropes
Nothing's
that I'm
happening.
seeing?
Yeah. Nothing.
I don't see any more ropes.
No.
I have reloaded everything.
Yep. Okay.
We're gonna shoot until we hit the rope.
Okay. So use all 3 of your energy.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot my juice. So 8.
8. Still the.
Yeah.
I mean, you're able to get a pretty decent
Okay.
grip on her, but like you feel like you could be released before she releases the box. It's kind of a point of tension, right? Douche. So yeah. Yeah.
Plus 16, including the wound.
Plus 16. All right. And did you add anything in for energy?
Oh no, I didn't add any of the energy. So plus what for each one?
You get 4 for each after the first, so you get plus 8 on top of that.
24.
24. So yeah. So you like.
So I'm seeing all this happen, and I'm just.
And she is like she's fighting off Jenny, and Jenny is like crap, and
Action rounds are bouncing off the ship.
and then finally one, and you hit, and she like falls and she falls and hits the ground real hard. She like goes all the way down into the smoke place.
Now she's trapped in
but
there.
but the
Also me.
case, oh yeah, you are under her and under Jenny. Sorry. But like because she was fighting Jenny, she was swinging wildly, and as she like drops, the case falls like away from her body and like hits the top of the car and like kind of like skitters and is like hanging near the edge of the car.
Am I still holding on to it?
No, you both fall into the container
Okay.
and
Kinda
are
goes-
into the car
Oh, no.
and are like kind of in a pile.
Grab it.
Well, I'm the only one that can grab it.
Yes, so
You better do it.
yeah, so Jimmy, you're like next to the open door.
Is the case fragile at all? Do we
The
know?
case is on.
It's
Old.
Is the
Yeah.
case
Just kick it off the train.
on top of the train?
This is
Yes.
comfort.
Yeah.
Kick
okay,
it,
so
grab it,
I'm-
and jump off.
This
Yeah,
is
maybe,
me.
like,
Take
on
some
your-
damage.
on your bike.
Here's the car. Where is the case?
case
This is
is right there.
The case is here.
Yeah.
I am
Right
going
on
to
the
go
edge.
get the case.
Yeah. So you
have a diagram.
you're watching and you're like, okay, here we go, and you like start. You go up the ladder and you go and you grab the case. All right, so you have the case, but you also know Isabel von der Terre is on the car. How are you going? What are you going to do?
She's in the car.
She's in the car. Yeah, but she's
And-
on. She's on. I know you're not in the car. I'm just saying that she's a problem and she's nearby. What are you going to do?
I am going to get on my duster and leave.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So you get it and you turn and you run down to the platform where you started and you call your duster. The duster has to take a minute to get here. Everybody gets one more
My
action.
duster is a +2 duster.
It is a duster.
You said I could add it as equipment.
This is okay. So
It makes
You
sense
all-
if anyone had a boosted duster, it would be you.
yeah, you souped it
Well,
up.
it's
Except
a
for
2
my
is our
minus
generic
2.
equipment.
Yeah. So she is like getting on her feet. You know this because you both know this because you're in a scrum with her.
You can get
And
her. You got her.
she gets up on her feet immediately and starts to run towards the wall.
Hey, punch her.
All right, so you just come up and no, and you try to punch her.
I'm just gonna try and dig my claws in and just
Yeah.
stop her from moving.
Okay, so you roll for that too.
Right for the vital.
Say everyone, are we on a new thing now?
No, you just have the time for his duster to arrive is 1 energy.
Okay.
So I use one energy.
One action from everyone.
So I used.
So do I do that or no?
You can do that if you want.
Okay,
You can use
okay.
it,
We can, okay.
Yeah.
So
One
we're in a
energy.
new round starting with the punch.
No,
But with-
not right now.
Well,
Since I'm working with him, can I add team tactics?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So what
So
happens?
my energy, where's my energy at with the 2 actions that I take?
So you ran up, got it, and ran back, and I'm just saying that is 1 energy. It's just not a hard thing to do. Like
Okay.
you just ran up, got something, and ran back.
Got it. So I've used 1
yeah.
energy in this round.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
but we only have 1 energy this round. You said for the duster.
I'm saying that there is 1 more action from everybody,
Okay,
and then the
whatever
duster
the-
arrives. It
whatever
has
the
nothing
beat-
to do with the round. Yeah.
I just don't understand where we're at with energy right now. I'm sorry. I just
The
want-
energy doesn't change at all.
Okay.
Nothing.
We all have 3 energy. It's top of the round.
No.
Oh.
You lose energy this round.
Wait, you're so confused.
Right. So you've now.
I am
I'm aware of that.
I now have used 1 of my energy, so I have 2 more energy
Okay.
Yeah.
to use in this round.
What I'm saying is that him getting the box has not changed the rounds at all. The reason I mentioned
Gotcha.
it is just so that we know everyone is acting once before the thing gets here. That's
Yeah,
all
and
I'm
you've
saying.
already used all.
Nothing about it. And so, yeah, you would
Right.
just stall. Yeah. You
Okay.
would just do nothing. Yeah.
17.
17?
Right. So I'm just using claws and
Yeah.
trying to basically grapple.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Pinpoint precision,
No.
right in the vitals.
No.
Stab her in the. Come on, you gotta target the claws.
I exist.
Yes.
9.
Great.
9 on the dice.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys
I
jump at her,
exist.
and she is running to the wall. You don't know what she's gonna do, and you jump at her, and you're able to like pile on her, and she
Yeah.
goes down.
Does my fist connect?
Oh yeah, you were attacking, weren't you?
Because if it does, I tase her. But if
Okay.
not, then 17.
But your taser is on, right?
Uh,
I guess it doesn't discharge unless it like that's how tasers work. They don't
It's-
discharge until they
it's
connect.
robotic, which to me means magic, which
Oh, okay.
means it only discharges when I want it to discharge.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
if
you've
it
got,
works
like, a lever
differently,
in your glove
lever-
or something
Yeah.
that you have to pull.
So you are able to you land a hit on her,
Okay.
right? And she like you hear something crunch, and you hear a muffled something from within the mask, and so she's like almost limp. Like you feel her almost go limp in your arms, and then her hand twitches and pulls something on her glove, and her entire suit electrifies. So she like she sends out a discharge, and both of you get shocked because your bodies are pressed up against her.
Okay.
So like you get shocked, and she shrugs you off and starts running to the back of the car where the door is open. Right when your duster arrives.
Oh boy.
So you are you going to jump on your duster?
I am going
Get
to
out of here.
shoot at her once
Yeah.
as I'm kind of jumping off. Somebody has
Oh.
2 energy.
All right, go for it. Yes.
So
I'm just like 1 shotgun blast,
Mm-hmm.
like as I'm stepping off and getting on my duster.
to address the shock.
Yeah.
Is this a damage thing?
No, it's just a stun thing.
Is it
it has
a
nothing.
status thing or?
It is just what it has already done. It
It's
stuns
basically-
you enough that she can act, and
it's
that's
basically preventing reactions from.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It does no damage. It has no status effect. It is just enough for her to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, blue collar. I have son of a gun cancels out. Well, I guess I'm using my robo arm for this. So this would be, I have my close quarters combat,
Yeah.
and then close quarters blast, and my shoddy,
Mm-hmm.
and my juice.
Go ahead, roll.
Oh. I'm starting. Oh no!
Oh boy.
So -9 to that.
That's
So this
really bad.
is. Oh well, I started at 20, so I got 11.
Okay, yeah. So
Did you add the energy or?
Oh, I used 2 energy. Yes,
yeah, so you're at
that's
like 15.
Yeah.
So
Did you add your juice?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 15, yes.
Get that juice.
all right. So I don't know. So you see her coming around the corner, and you just like you see your duster pull up right beside you, and you just whip around and you shoot her almost as just a precautionary measure.
Yeah,
It's just
just
like
forward it.
it's like don't want her here. And so she like kind of like stumbled, and she like as far as you could tell, did not know you were even there. And so she stumbles back, she's like looking at you, and the duster comes up, and you jump. And you land on the duster with the package, and it tears away, like you just like pile it, tears away. Meanwhile, the ship has listed backwards towards her, and the rope lands right next to her on the platform. She puts it on her belt and jumps off the back
Excuse
of the train.
me, sir.
What?
People can have more than one rope.
But
He also
above
shot
rope.
the rope.
And remember,
Right.
I said it was pointing towards the top because the bullets are clinking off the ship.
You're absolutely right. What she does is she just straight up jumps off the back of the tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
not into the ship, but off the back of the train.
Well, the ship is not low enough to
Cool.
get to her right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You slowed her down.
So
So
she
she
just
jumped
like
where?
jumps. She jumps right off the back of the train.
Just into nothing.
into nothing. Yeah,
Okay.
she's just gonna tuck and roll and hope for the best.
And then chase up.
Kind of after him?
No,
Or
she's just running.
she
She's
would
cutting and running.
Like to flee.
Yeah.
She's
So
running.
so
Perfect.
she
That's why-
it's like she goes tumbling and you guys like all take a breath. You watch her like recede into the distance very quickly because the train is still going very fast.
I am not taking a breath.
And,
Yeah.
and I mean, you're still sprinting
To the rendezvous.
the ship like immediately puts on its air brakes and goes sailing back towards her.
Oh, we're not done with this.
And
Yeah.
and it recedes over the horizon. You all think for a minute that like you're just waiting for that death metal to come back over the horizon at you and stuff, but after a few minutes, nothing happens.
Immediately calling my duster.
yeah.
And, and you get all off the train and you follow him off out of the valley. And you have the package.
Oh my God, we did it!
So we
Battered and
they
bruised.
made it through, battered and bruised. Everyone took some hits, but you
Yes.
have the package for Fink, and you have bested the Marshall Express. So, yeah. All right. So join us next time for the continuation of our
Grand adventure.
grand adventure with these people who
In the
are very clearly not
characters,
heroes.
Sky Black.
And
Uh,
the final.
One.
Okay. What was the final count for people that got knocked off the train? Because she jumped off,
14?
but we could still like claim that.
Yeah, we can claim it. Yeah.
So it's 5, I think.
5,
including the first
yeah.
one.
So,
Including our own.
So, who's keeping track at home, please put 5 on your scorecards, and we will catch up with you soon. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see how this continues with Fink and the package.